put 2 videos out, and you haven't put a single one out.
I know. In my defense,
Just rub it in.
The shortest one I'm working on is 90 minutes long. So, you know, it's a lot of shit.
Fair.
Yeah, but like you're falling behind me. That's like
it's
running.
bad. It's bad. But you did put videos out, which is an unusual occurrence. Maybe that's the kick up the arse I need to speed me up.
I'm like the retard of the class, and I'm head to head with you.
Super invested in Fallout, it seems. Like everyone's just shitting on that show.
I hate it.
I was going to do that. I don't have the
boring.
time. Yeah, that was my main impression of it. Like I've stopped even keeping up with the episodes. It's just like, oh, there's another one. I don't care. I'm probably not going to cover this after all, so I have no incentive to watch it.
Well, it's like if something's being raped, then if it gets raped like 17 more times, you're like, it's over with. I'm bored of it now.
Yeah.
It was why I stopped doing Rings of Power season 2, and I might go and finish it before season 3. But
you stopped that? Wow.
Well, I only did the first episode, and I was so behind by that point because I had to finish all of season 1 first. That it was like, well, like I just can't be fucked. Not that interesting. I mean, it's very funny. Also, we did all of it on EFAB, so going from really long streams doing it and then going back and doing it again, as I'm finding at the moment with Stranger Things, is not great fun.
No, because you get so much of it out there. It's hard to like recreate that for the script afterwards. It's tough. But I don't know. It's that's how I felt about Starfleet, of trying to get through that show. I'm like, this just isn't worth it. This is so fucking bad. And like, I'm not even a Star Trek guy, but I think their fan base has it the worst. Like, The Acolyte is more watchable than this. Like, anything I could think of with Star Wars is more functional than this. And just the tone and how embarrassing the product is overall. Yeah.
Well, like Star Wars, they rely on like flashy fight scenes. With Star Trek, it's retards trying to talk about something intellectual. So it is just painful to listen to them.
Yeah,
they don't understand basic concepts.
There's superficial elements in Star Wars that can carry, you know, at least add some entertainment. Where with Star Trek, unless you have intelligent writers, it's fucking shit. It's so bad.
They tried to do the action route with J.J. Abrams back then, but kind of just fell flat because people were like, "Yeah, this isn't really Star Trek," which I understand.
And then Into Darkness came out, where he blows up a library and then he puts his people in torpedoes, and I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch. That was, I think, one of the first roles I ever saw him in.
Well, I knew him from Sherlock, and then that was kind of like his big breakout role. He's good acting, but what he's saying is stupid.
In Sherlock or
in both? Sherlock turned to dog shit as well.
Yeah, the last season, well, second season for me started turning to dog shit.
Yeah, it was when he died. He faked his death and then it just went off the boil. Yeah.
That's actually one of the first times I saw Martin Freeman as an actor. I thought that he was quite good as Watson.
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
Yeah, but he's one note though. Like if he's got not much range, he's fine as the everyman kind of thing.
Yeah, he's kind of like just Sherlock's lapdog. That's basically what he is.
That's what he needs to be.
I like him as Bilbo.
Bilbo's kind of a simple character, though, isn't he?
Yeah. But I think that's part of the reason, like you said, he's a good everyman. I think that's part of the reason he worked as Bilbo. He just seemed likable.
Hi, Jenna.
We had a dwarf love story, didn't we? With fucking Legolas getting cooked by a dwarf. Prince Legolas. She went, no, I'm too good for that. I'm going to fuck a dwarf.
Wait a minute, he deserves to be on here.
Yeah, wait. I just realized that. Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, good question.
Weapons doesn't deserve to be on here. Sorry.
Yeah, the 2026
better than Barbarian and Sinners. I don't know why it would be excluded from this list.
Nah.
F1 does not deserve to be on this list. I'm kind of baffled why that's there as well.
I haven't heard of a few of these.
Okay. I know of all of these.
I haven't seen any of these, and I've only heard of some of them.
Frankenstein and Sinners.
Hold on. What did you just say, Reaper?
Train Dreams sucks ass. You heard me.
Go fuck yourself. Oh my!
Are you
is that it?
I gotta look that up.
It's boring, and then racism, and then it's boring, and then it's racism. He's sitting there going, "Oh, I'm just trying to make money, you know." Just for the 50th time, he's contemplating his life, and then some Chinese guy gets thrown off a bridge. He goes, anyway, my life as a lumberjack. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Okay, Reaper
like
is
the bare
grossly
minimum.
he's
Yeah.
oversimplifying. Like, that's not, bruh. Come on.
It's so boring. Like, he's just going, I just like, lumberjack. And then I thought at least it would talk about the progression of the rail industry and stuff like, but no, it's just him going, I just, just like lumberjacking, nothing,
It's not
nothing like cutting down a
historical
tree.
epic, dude. Like,
It has nothing to say. It has
a lot
nothing
to say.
No, it has a boring bastard going, I love lumberjacking. And that's basically 9/10 of the movie. And then, racism.
All right. For those who haven't seen it, it's just an intimate look at one man's life over the course of
And he's
the
boring.
course of modern America. It is not boring whatsoever. It's a phenomenal film. It's very moving. It's a masculine
awful.
film.
It's not masculine because he's sitting
Yes,
there going,
it is.
I can't believe this Chinese guy's getting attacked. Anyway, my life as a lumberjack. Like, I'm fine with introspective stuff, but the problem is it's kind of like this happens, then this happens, then this happens, and then that's it. It's more like a bunch of and thens instead of consequential. Like, the rail industry becomes more automated, or like there's Chinese workers undercutting American workers. Like, you could have had so much more conflict, but it just went, oh, racism. And then later on, he's sitting with people, and a black guy shows him and goes, this racist killed my brother, so I shot him. And everyone's like, okay. I'm like, wow, that was pointless.
So much like Sinners, the race baiting is part of the reason it's on this
No,
list. Is that what
race
you're trying to
baiting
say?
is not part of it.
There's two pointless racism scenes. If you wanted to detail the Chinese railroad people and the company being exploitative, that would be one thing. But it's like this tiny microcosm, and it just moves on like it's nothing. It doesn't explore any subject. It's just him going, God, I'm really bored. I'm a really boring person, a really boring job doing nothing. Oh, look,
But
racism. And then that's
He
it.
was a man born from nothing, who had nothing, who finds some semblance of happiness amongst nothing. And because he
He's
can't grow
happy.
out of that,
He's miserable all movie. Even with his wife. He's like, yeah, I like my wife. And then she dies. And you're like, oh, okay. Who cares? She's
no,
barely a character.
his wife dies and it becomes super depressing for the rest
He's
of the movie.
depressed before, during his marriage, and after.
I don't know if we watched the same Train Dreams.
I watched this movie. The problem is, again, it has nothing really to say. And he's not interesting enough as a character. Like, his introspective thoughts aren't deep enough.
I can understand that aspect if you say that he's not as interesting as a character, right? But I do think that the film. I think that the
he's
film
not interesting. Period.
No, I think that the film quite does, a lot to make you feel for him. But I mean,
I don't. I hope he dies. I hope he gets crushed by a cement truck.
I think it's been proven time and time again, though, that you don't really have a heart, Reaper. So it kind of makes sense why this didn't resonate with you.
I have a heart. I enjoyed the Chinese guy getting thrown off a bridge. I at least wanted to there should have been more comments on the rail. Like, he's not interesting enough or deep enough as a character. So you needed more stuff to it. Like, you needed the progression of the rail industry. He's getting left behind, or the exploitativeness of the immigration. Like, if you had a bit more other subjects thrown in, it could have been an interesting movie. But he's not deep enough as a character to be a character-driven film to get invested in.
The whole point was not that it is a character-driven film, though. He's simply the piece that carries us through, like, witnessing an era of American history. And the only character development... That's the point. He doesn't change. And that's why the ending actually resonates a lot harder, given what we see throughout the film, is the world has changed around him. And because he's not only he wasn't given the tools to really develop that part of himself, having no identity literally from out of the womb, but he lost the only things that did provide him identity. So he just becomes like a soul coasting in the wind.
I'll get a wife and a cabin, and then he just died. And he's like, oh, I'll just go back to lumberjack. And I went, wow, that was a waste of time.
Because he had absolutely nothing else to live for. Like, he didn't even just like say,
but he was living that
way
before he got married. So it's not like I see a future and I'm just going to go back to the way I was. He was still lumberjacking while he was married. He was still going miles away. Exactly. So he hasn't changed. So even though his one thing's been taken away from him, it doesn't change him or set him backwards. Getting married didn't change him, and his wife dying didn't change him.
Okay, hold on. No, I have to disagree with all of that. Okay, getting married did change him because instead of just going from motion to motion because he wasn't necessarily suicidal or anything, now he had a reason to be making money, to be working, right? Whenever he came back to visit his wife and child, every single time it was the most happiest moments of his life, even by the end of the film when he's
for
in the plane,
3 scenes we see
and he's
then
reflecting on his
with.
life. When he's reflecting on his life, like you can see that he is smiling, remembering his daughter and his wife, right? When they die,
but he's the same before, during, and afterwards.
Hold on. When they die, right? It's not that just like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to lumberjacking, like fuck all of this. He literally lives where they burned to death, hoping that his daughter might still be alive somewhere out there.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know if they're dead, or I mean, he's like, it doesn't do anything. He's still like, well, I'll just keep living the same life.
Because he's waiting for one thing to happen. That's
it's the same. That's the problem. It's the same during, beginning, middle, afterwards. Every 3 acts, he's the same character.
That nigga. He's not supposed to change. That's one of the big themes of the entire film.
He keeps introspecting. He keeps commenting about stuff, but he's a fucking idiot. That's the problem. So everything
it's not him commenting, though. It's a third party.
His observation, the observations it makes about the rail industry are incredibly shallow, and he's not deep enough as a character, and the things he's commenting on aren't interesting enough to get invested in.
Because the rail industry is not the point of the movie. Again, that's nothing's
the point of the movie. It's just a sad man who just dies a pointless death.
We'll
I need more than misery porn.
We'll chop it up to misery porn. That's what it is.
All right.
So, Sinners, one that we're actually familiar with. Is that one?
I didn't think anyone really got Train Dreams. I
hate the movie.
It was a beautiful film. It was one of the best.
It was horrendous.
Now I don't know if I want to watch it to settle this or just want to completely ignore it. Like
you should watch it. In all honesty,
I wouldn't. Don't waste your time.
Film. No, it's a stunning film.
Cinematography is the only good thing about it. But Vex is more interested in appearances, where I care about the deeper substance of the movie.
Nigga, please. No, that is not true at all.
It's okay, Vex. You're just a shallow person, whereas I like to look past the face and see the person beneath. But we'll move on.
With Train Dreams, this one's just splintered. But can we all agree Sinners is one of the most overrated movies that's come out in the last 5 years?
Absolutely.
I can't believe the hype that movie's getting. It's insane.
Hasn't it got more nominations than Return of the King?
Yes, suck my dick. That's
most
crazy.
nominated film in history now.
Yeah, think of it this way: Fellowship of the Ring got 13 nominations. Sinners got 3 more than the Fellowship of the Ring. Again, just no. It's so basic, bitch. I'll give it the setting and the performances were really strong, and I like some of the music and whatnot. But overall, the story was so just nothing. The fact that it's getting praised to this degree is actually embarrassing, man.
It's because of black people.
It's the racial aspects of it. It's you had movies that did this back in the 90s and they didn't get praised the way this is. I think Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence is a way better movie than Sinners in terms of exploring black culture.
That's actually a movie by comparison.
Yeah, it's actually a film. But it would never, if that came out, I don't know. It never got Best Picture nominations and whatnot. Now, if you have anything to say about race, you automatically get pushed to the top. And even though you do not like Weapons, I think it was the best movie of last year. I think if Weapons had something where it was actually pushing the race baiting thing, then it would be on this list. But it was just a film. It was just,
I'm going to give you my top 5 of last year, Brooks, and I think you should watch it because Weapons won't even make your top 10 after you watch it.
I don't believe that. You literally said Barbarian was better than Weapons. I watched that movie twice to prove you wrong before even rewatching Weapons because the ending it completely falls apart. Weapons is
Barbarian is better than Weapons though. At least Barbarian has a point.
I would literally debate that in terms of the construction of the writing. It falls apart in the last 20 minutes in an embarrassing way.
I take a Weapons week ending off, is and y'all just want to fight me on movie opinions.
And again, let me just it was my favorite movie of the year. I didn't see enough to consider it the best, but it was better than Sinners, and I consider it better constructed than Barbarian. I like both of them though. I'd recommend them both.
Barbarian's good in the first half. It falls apart in the second
Whoa!
half.
Now you admit it. That was my whole point. Like, dude, this whole time.
No, hold on.
I just said it falls apart at the end, and you said
and
now
I
say
no. Hold on. I never disagreed with that. I'm just saying that it's still a better movie, regardless of the faults that it has. Weapons just has no point.
No, that's nonsense. Weapons is way better constructed in terms of the payoff at the ending. It makes sense. Where the ending of Barbarian is embarrassing. The lady literally has the most ridiculous plot armor literally injected into her in the last 5 minutes, where she's tanking. She's running around with a bullet in her stomach for the last 10 minutes, Vex. She climbs up a water tower. Yeah, she falls off the water tower and she's still alive. Come on.
So yeah, that's dumb. But literally the only reason that anything happens in Weapons is because the police and parents and literally every functioning adult in that town is a fucking retard.
It's true.
Like, that movie should have been solved within the first 10 minutes, and everyone's just like, oh, there are old moments. That's all that happens. And then we see a woman get ripped apart by children, and we're supposed to be wowed by that.
Like I said, I rewatched Barbarian to be definitive on that. I want to rewatch Weapons to give you a fair answer. I don't think I would give it more credit than that. I think it's way better constructed, but again, I just think it should be on this list if Sinners is on. Like, Sinners is below both of them, in my opinion.
Well, I thought we'd kind of established by this point the Oscars does not nominate things based on their quality. So it's like, it's almost more of a sign of a good movie if you're not on the list, I think.
I am quite surprised though that there aren't more movies that I don't know, because the only ones that I've never heard of here are The Secret Agent, and the only one that I probably haven't really seen or heard anything from is Sentimental Value. That's pretty much it. Usually whenever there's Best Picture noms or anything like that, you don't know half of these fucking nominations because they're really some unknown artsy shit. So seeing that the Oscars is definitely gone 100% mainstream and it's not just a popularity contest.
Well, Secret Agent, it was some political thriller that happened in Brazil. That's it. In like the 70s, some dictator gets overthrown. That was the whole point of the film. Sentimental Value, I'm surprised because all of the leads are white in there, but it's just a father-daughter drama. That's it.
What about Warfare? Wasn't that the one movie that like most of the panel praised during our breakdown? I don't see it on here.
Okay.
I wouldn't give it Best Picture.
Yeah, it does not deserve Best Picture praise.
No.
Frankenstein as well. Like, Reaper, what do you think about that? You're the one I know who's seen that for sure.
I thought it was decent, but again, like the original story was about playing gods, and that's completely been stripped away for a bad dad's kind of allegory, and it loses a lot of its actual impact by that.
It loses so much of its substance as someone who isn't even super familiar with the source material. But I could tell this is not the story I came here to see. I wanted to see much more about Victor Frankenstein and his thought process before abandoning the monster. They just made him an idiot, which is kind of frustrating.
Pretty much.
So, in terms of Frankenstein, have you guys seen the other adaptations that have come out like recently? I think the one of the most recent one was the one with in 2015 with Daniel Radcliffe, if I remember correctly. That was one where it was called Victor Frankenstein movie? Yeah, it was called Victor Frankenstein in 2015. I remember. Yeah, with James McAvoy. Yep, that was it.
I'll have to watch
I just remember the Robert De Niro one where he's like blah, blah, all the
time. The one film that's been getting snubbed at all of these, not just the Oscars, but all of the other film circuits, is No Other Choice. Like, it didn't even get an international film nomination. So
nothing.
That should have been the top of every list, because that's actually a good movie from like top to bottom.
Yeah, but be surprised if it was fucking Bong Joon-ho. They would have nominated his ass everywhere, man.
That's
they
true,
suck his dick so badly, dude. I'm still curious as to how Parasite is considered as the best movie of the fucking 21st century. Gets the
not even
fuck
his
out of
best
here, man.
movie. Period is the sad
century.
part. Yeah.
Did you think it deserved Best Picture over Joker? Like, those were the two ones that were pretty.
I don't think it deserved anything, dude. Like, it deserves good cinematography. That's pretty much it. Like, maybe Best Director, but in terms of everything else, like, all right.
I thought the unique story structure is what stood it apart. Where like I liked Joker like just as much, but Joker is much more conventional storytelling. Like, it's just it's a character study, and we've seen movies similar to that. Where Parasite was unique in the way it was constructed. You don't think it gets credit for that?
Not
No.
really. Like Parasite's a technically well put together film, but I rewatched it last year because I remember all of the hype and I remember thinking it's not that bad of a film. It might be one of Bong Joon-ho's weakest films, first of all, but you can tell the only reason that anyone put it as high as they did was that stupid eat the rich messaging that it has. Which isn't even the biggest thing about the film if you were really paying attention to it. It's more dealing with struggle than it is economic struggle, right?
I completely agree with that. Like, I think it got more credit for that, for things that it didn't actually achieve. If you watch the movie, it's a much simpler message that they're trying to show, and that's what I like about it.
I think Joker should have won. I think it does something interesting for the comic book genre. Joaquin Phoenix was great in it. All the composition, even if it was like a ripoff of Taxi Driver, it was still a pretty I think it was better.
King of comedy. Yep.
Yeah,
and the king of comedy. Don't forget. Yeah,
one of the big reasons
why I didn't enjoy.
Travis Bickle and Arthur Fleck are such different characters. I reject that completely, as if it's just a complete ripoff. It pays homage to both of those films, but he's his own character. I don't think it's a complete ripoff of Taxi. I think that's just so many people said that, and there's other than like the scenes where they pay homage in the similar aspects of the story. They're two completely different characters, and Arthur Fleck is endearing, where Travis Bickle was a cunt. I just didn't like him at all throughout the movie, so that was my experience with it. I think they're two completely different characters, and the fact that people just brush it off as a ripoff of Taxi Driver. I think
I agree with you on that aspect, because I do think that Travis Bickle is he is kind of an annoying douchebag. Like you can't really get behind him. He is a dick, but I would say that I watched The King of Comedy just like that. I didn't know anything related to Joker. I watched The King of Comedy just pure coincidence the day before I watched Joker, and then I watched Joker and I was like, man, this is like The King of Comedy. A lot of stuff is being repurposed here, too much so to the point where I can't fully enjoy Joker. And so since then I haven't rewatched Joker solely because of that fact. However, it can change, of course, if I rewatch it today, but still, I don't see as much the comparisons with Taxi Driver as much as there is with The King of Comedy. Because now, even to the point where De Niro is there having the interview with him and he shoots, and I was like, man, you're even bringing back De Niro.
I'll have to watch The King of Comedy. I've never seen that one.
I would, just from what I've heard, I think that one is a more accurate reference. Just
okay.
Oh yes, it is. It is
the Taxi Driver thing
parallel. It's much more parallel to The King of Comedy than it is to Taxi Driver. I didn't really understand why people were referencing Taxi Driver, except for the main character side of it.
Yeah, the character aspect.
Aesthetically, it looks almost identical to Taxi Driver. That's why.
Yeah.
But in terms of the characterization, I think it's really important. They're completely different. So that is a significant factor for me. There's nothing relatable or likable about Travis Bickle for me. I'm not a big Taxi Driver fan. That might have been a big part of it. I think Joker is a better version of this story. I think it's the superior story. But that's just me.
But yeah, out of this list, I would love for Begonia to win. That would be it.
I would love for Train Dreams to win.
Wait, did you watch Begonia?
I did. I really liked Begonia. That was a top 5 for me. I
really liked Begonia too. Yeah. Oh my god, man! Come on!
Oh man, now I gotta see these movies to settle.
Wait. Are you gonna say that? Okay, if you didn't like the ending, I'm gonna agree. But if you say that you didn't like everything,
the performances are really good. I understand the message, but it's also like humans are evil and you have to be killed off. And it's like,
it's not bad.
That's not the point of it.
No.
I know that's not the point of it, but it is a little bit of it.
No, it isn't.
It's like less than a sliver, dude.
It's in there though. It's like a little sliver of dog shit on your burger. Oh, it's only a little bit of dog shit.
It can ruin your whole burger.
No.
I feel like you just harbor in on these single inconsequential seeds and use that to dictate.
She exterminates the human race.
To be fair, in Reaper's defense, as long as I've known him, it seems like there's certain things that you're principled on in storytelling, and if they break those, you just fucking can't stand it. Like, you're the only one I know who didn't like Penguin, but your reason for not liking it was at least sound in terms of the world building. You didn't buy it based on how that worked.
I'm mentally ill. You know that's why.
But with this, it's like, if the ending is fucked, it just derails the entire story.
The ending is not fucked. The ending is not fucked.
The ending fits, but I just didn't like the message. I thought the message was kind of
There was no message. Everyone was just stupid.
What
That's it.
message are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, like the extermination of the human race, and from the death of the human race, the bees come back.
Oh yeah, but that's literally the last 30 seconds. It's
no, but it's like
I understand.
Like the whole begonia is like some Greek thing, which is like people believe from death there's a cycle of rebirth and all that. I understand that concept, but it's humans are the evil, horrible force on the planet, and they corrupt everything. Need to die so that life can carry on.
Not really. I mean,
the death of humanity means the bees come back. What other message could that mean?
Yeah, but that's the only thing, and it's so subtle that I didn't even pick up on any of that.
Death of humanity, life comes back.
Okay, hold on, because
I don't know what else.
One of the big devices that they use for literally every main character, side character, and for the overall thing is that everyone believes in some level of conspiracy theory, or you're being outwardly lied to, right? So they use the beast thing because that's very obviously one of those things that we're being lied about to. Just like they try to make Jesse Plemons out to be this really stupid conspiracy guy, but he ends up being right the entire time. The movie doesn't even pick sides with what's what you choose to believe.
It just presents stuff as is, and it leaves the decision.
I'm not saying it's an awful. I'm not saying it's an awful movie. I just really didn't like the message at the very end. I was like, you know what? We made humans. They went bad. We killed dinosaurs, which is fucking stupid. we killed them. We killed the dinosaurs by accident. Sorry about that. So we made humans, and then humans evolved to become pieces of shit. So then we tried to experiment on humans, and then humans didn't work. So now we're just going to kill humanity to start again. And it's do you not learn your lessons, aliens? You are the problem. They killed the dinosaurs. They killed humanity. We'll get it right the third time. No, you won't. You're the
I'd like
problem.
to clarify that the one thing that Reaper is harping on is less than 5 minutes of the entire film.
And it changed.
Whoa, Vex. Aaron fucking speech takes less than a minute, and we agree that fucks up the edit. You can't talk about time like
hold
that.
On. The difference there is that then it undoes literally everything we saw Aaron do for 10 years of his life. That's the difference.
So this isn't similar to that, but my only point is that it's not about the time. You can fuck up a story in less than a second in one line. Come on.
It doesn't fuck up the story.
It doesn't fuck up the story. It doesn't fuck up the story.
I'm just trying to for a baseline there.
It doesn't ruin the story. It's just a little message at the very end. I was like, you know what? Fuck this movie and fuck the people in it.
Holy shit.
It's just humans are a horrible, corruptive species. Need to go away. We try to, but it's they believe in conspiracy theories, and but they say oh, we were conspiracy theories, and you're correct, but we were doing it for your own good. We were trying to help you. So while it says conspiracy theories and all that, that everyone believes in conspiracy theories, it's you're wrong to actually have those beliefs, because the people you're investigating actually have your well interests at heart, which is bullshit. The aliens are evil. Fuck them.
What?
She's experimented on Jesse's mother.
Yeah, but
Correct.
they don't have.
But she's doing it. She's doing it because humanity's mutated and went wrong. That's what she's saying. Humans were originally meant to save the planet after they killed the dinosaurs. They were meant to heal the planet, but then humans mutated and became pieces of shit. She's trying to self-correct that mistake, and she's using his mother to do so with the experimentations. Did
you miss the point where the aliens had allowed them to do that 10 times before the events of the film happened?
Well, so they just let people keep killing a bunch of times? That's not.
No, they just kept trying to reset humanity over the eras.
You've deviated from your purpose. We need to reset you. How dare you believe in the conspiracy that's what's saying. It's saying you can believe in conspiracy theories, but the ultimate result is that you shouldn't, because these aliens have your best interest at heart, because they're trying to correct humanity. Huh? And by him investigating the aliens, he exposes everything. She kills the humanity. So his conspiracy theory kills him. Being a conspiracy theory, can't fucking say the word.
Theorist.
Thank you very much. Being a conspiracy theorist causes he reveals her plan, and that forces her to kill humanity. So it's actually wrong to actually investigate these people who are controlling society.
She didn't want to kill humanity, though. She kept trying to save them, and then she took the information back to her panel of aliens. And the panel decided.
She was secretly experimenting on humans, and then as a consequence of him investigating and torturing and all that shit, she goes, right, I'm going to kill humanity now. So don't be a conspiracy theorist. Don't look into what's happening behind you. Otherwise, we'll kill you all, is the message of the movie.
That's also the source of literally every conspiracy theory, which is why the movie is funny.
Oh, it's funny. It isn't funny. You think death of humanity is funny?
Yes, that was really funny.
The same dude who said that he laughed at a Chinese man dying like 5 minutes ago.
That's funny because he's just going, oh, wow, my life as a lumberjack. Oh, a Chinese guy dying. Anyway, my life as a lumberjack. It's just so random. I will say the performances of these are really good. Who's that guy again from Civil War? The only good thing in Civil War.
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, he's great in it.
He deserved a nomination. Him getting snubbed is a
he's usually good in everything.
Yeah,
dude, no, he deserves to win for going. Like, if he was nominated, he would have won because like
he carried that movie. He really did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
Here, man, have
not as bad as Train Dreams. Train Dreams sucks. This is kind of like the last part of the film kind of ruins the rest of it for me.
I just find it funny that there's probably another stream going on right now with the same list of movies, and they're all praising it. Where this is the best pictures of last year, and we've just been roasting it for like 30 minutes straight.
Everyone is disagreeing on everything.
Yeah,
right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's part of the reason I wanted to mention the Sinners thing, because I feel like that's the one thing on this list at least we can all agree on. Like.
Yeah, I think F1 I think should win cinematography. I do
or
think
sound design
for that, or sound design. I do think that it should win that cinematography, not only because they invented basically new cameras for all of the techniques and doing all the stuff, but I do think that it did something that you didn't see usually. Instead of just good framing and stuff like that, something unique that you can say to F1, which I think pushes it up there.
But it doesn't push it to because when I see Best Picture nominees, I'm thinking you have to put everything together, right? And
F1 it has to be a 10 out
of
10 movie.
Yeah, F1 doesn't deserve to be up there. I also don't think Marty Supreme should be up there, but I also didn't finish that movie, so I don't know. Maybe it gets better in the second half. Okay.
Yeah, it was like an entertaining movie, but
okay.
Do you have a pick for like one of the movies of the last like 10-20 years that is like the best deserved Best Picture winner? Like, what's a good example of a really clearly deserving winner?
No other choice.
No, that have already won.
Yeah,
have already won.
A movie that's won Best Picture that you think was extremely worthy. A good example of something that should be considered Best Picture.
Okay, I need to look at
we all agree this whole list here, like Frankenstein, Sinners, from what I'm hearing about the rest,
that's the one that comes to mind.
That's
true.
Okay, we're just looking at the last 10 years.
Doesn't have to be 10, but just an example of one that is like deserved the win and a good example of what a Best Picture should be.
About the esteem in which I hold the Oscars, I couldn't tell you any movie that's ever won Best Picture. Assuming one of the Lord of the Rings movies did, then I'm going to say that. But otherwise, I just do not pay attention to this show.
Yeah,
I do agree. Like Return of the King won in 2003, but I saw that Master and Commander was one of the nominees, and I think that should have won that year. Yeah.
Master and Commander got screwed by coming out at the same time as Return of the King. It's my pick for like the most underrated film of all time because you came out next to one of the GOATs. It's just difficult. It sucks.
And it was, I think I was having this conversation with Uninspired some time ago, but it's like the last time we got like a really good, like big screen action epic as well. Because the genre kind of died after that because they aren't money makers. Even Troy, which is a notable one, it barely broke even at the box office, if I remember correctly.
Was it Gladiator? That was the last one that actually won an Oscar.
That one won an Oscar,
yeah. But then it kind of died out because it was Disney that basically took the reins of making all the epics. So they had, I think the last one that you could consider like a really huge thing would be The Lone Ranger from 2013. And that wasn't a particularly good movie. And that both killed like the Westerns and the epics because Disney was the only people that were funding it. And it came on the back of John Carter.
John Carter. Yeah.
It came on the back of John Carter as well, which two like literally historical monstrous flops.
Horrible bomb. Yeah.
Killed everything. Yeah. So to this day, we don't have any more epics.
2015
actually a
had
good
a big
point.
snub too. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's a good point. Like, look at Marvel. When Marvel moves successful and superheroes are like bringing in the big bucks, they just spam them. But once one bad film or one bad era or phase can make the entire thing unviable. Where they used to be able to make $1 billion off of shit movies like Captain Marvel. Now, decent movies can barely even break even.
You guys consider Everything Everywhere All at Once a good win?
Didn't watch it.
I like that movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that was. Yeah, I think that deserved it. It was extremely unique and
well written as well, well acted.
Memorable.
Everything was on like top 10.
To pull off the scenes with the rocks and the squiggly eyes, like that's just fucking genius. To make that work, like in context.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I
little
shed a fucking tear.
Yeah,
shed a tear with 2 rocks.
My friend actually said the same thing. He got a little teary eyed because he's Asian, and the arguments reminded him of his sister and his mom, and just the way it was portrayed. And like when they get you on that shit, it's hard to like come back.
Same with me. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of the issues that I have with my mom. And so like when they were both just rock speaking, I was like, oh man, shit, this is like me speaking to my mom after we've had issues.
Yeah, it was a really strong movie.
I just noticed that the same year Parasite won, Ford v Ferrari was there, and I actually think that was the best movie out of that entire lot. It was better than Joker.
I never saw that movie. Not in the car movie.
It's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Dude, I skipped school to go watch Ford v Ferrari with my best friend. That movie was fucking great.
It's like if you like it's what F1 wanted to be, if that makes sense. Like F1 has some really good technical aspects, but the storytelling and the characters really falls apart, especially on second watch. Ford v Ferrari is legitimately the perfect racing film.
So no, it's American garbage. Ford v Ferrari was so good. It's the duality of chat.
Dude, keep in mind, Ford v Ferrari is so good that it kind of shaped even F1. Because look at the final lap in F1 with Brad Pitt, where they cut all the sound, and it's basically just him cruising around. In your mind, if you've watched Ford v Ferrari, the only thing that you're thinking about is when Christian Bale talks about that one perfect lap. It's like, so Ford v Ferrari has basically just switched the entire racing genre. If there are any racing movies that are going to come out soon, I think that Ford v Ferrari is basically the template that they're kind of trying to do.
Yeah. I think if Ford v Ferrari had the racing sequences that F1 had, then it would be like an 11 out of 10 film. But even with what it has, it is like a rare 10 out of 10, in my opinion.
Yep.
No love
one
for
ball after another. That was fun.
I still have to watch it.
Yeah.
One battle after another is going to win.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I assume, like everything behind it, the politics in the air, one battle after another will win.
You think Sinners has a chance with all the fucking hype?
No.
Nah.
Best picture? No. I don't think for best picture.
I think
I bet it's about to have a record of losses. Like 16 nominations, it'll probably win like 3.
I think it should win costume.
Costume, set design, music, things like that.
Music, it'll lose to K-pop Demon Hunters.
Is that on the list?
It is on the list.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
K-pop
I hope a bunch of
definitely
Koreans beat them. That'd be so funny.
I think Ice Spice is on that list too for best song.
For SpongeBob?
Yep, for SpongeBob.
Get the fuck out of my face.
SpongeBob wins. That was funny.
Do you remember when they tried to change the criteria to make it so Black Panther could get a Best Picture nomination?
Wait, what did they do?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but they were trying to change it so this film could actually be nominated. And I think they pushed back against that. I do remember. I can't remember the context fully, but it just what it represents is just fucking disgusting, man. Like the politics and the message being prioritized over actual story structure. I can't stand that. So hopefully, like, I want Sinners to lose every single one just to set a message.
But don't worry, man. Next year, Jordan Peele is probably going to come out with some new shit, and it's going to be nominated.
Politics Peele. That's all he does.
That's just how it's going to be.
Holy fuck, man.
Are there any like big Black directors in Hollywood right now that aren't
big
just making
Black?
sorry, that was a poor choice of words. Okay,
I don't know, Vex. I'm not sleeping around in Hollywood. I don't fucking know.
But like, are there any Black directors that are not race
that are
baiting?
packing? I'd assume that some of them are packing.
That's where the money is. If they're not, if they're not, it's probably the reason we don't know about them. They're not getting those same opportunities. This is like what it's all about.
Tyler Perry is literally one of the richest directors in the entire world. If you look at the list, he's in like the top 5, and that motherfucker makes trash on trash on trash on trash. Medea, fuck Medea, dude.
I don't understand his whole career. I don't get how that worked. Like, it's so shit.
Dude saw Big Mama's house. Dude saw Big Mama's house and was like, yeah, fuck it, that's my career. And done. Was like, all right, cool. And plus you see some people like my mom, my mom doesn't really watch movies, and then she's like, oh, Medea's on TV. What the fuck you mean Medea's on TV?
I don't get the appeal, man. I really don't get the appeal. It's strange.
Every time it's on TV, you know what I do? I put T2 on TV for my mom because she loves quoting Arnold when he says "hasta la vista." So every time she's just there sitting, waiting for the line to come, then she looks at me, she's like, "Hasta la vista." I'm like, yeah, all right, mom, cool.
So that T2 is quotable, but like quote something from a fucking politics Peele film. Like, come on, he made Get Out, that was all right, and then everything was just trash since then.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's talented, but he's way too obsessed with his politics to the point where it just damages his story.
I mean, even the movies he produces has the same kind of messaging. Like him last year was the same. Yeah, him. That was such a fucking terrible movie, and it was just all about the politics.
Yeah.
Didn't he inject like blood into the athletes and stuff, and he had more like wins than any white athlete ever?
Yeah. So he. The main character had one more championship than like the real life guy who has 7 championships.
Was the main character black?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, of course, it's like a Jordan Peele movie, but it's just not directed by him. It might as well have been made by him.
So it's like Supergirl, where it's not made by James Gunn, but it's basically James Gunn. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. What do you guys think of Us?
Trash. Didn't watch it.
Trash.
Didn't watch it.
Waste of good casting, man. Like Lupita is like, I think she's really talented. Duke, what's his name? Both of them, I like them a lot. They're both from Black Panther, but just wasted in that movie.
I think the only good aspect that I can praise, and it's like the bare minimum that you can do, is that it does have quite a fair amount of really smart setup and payoff, but the payoff isn't really impactful. It's just there.
Wait, what setup and payoff? What are we talking about? Because all I remember is it falling apart at the end and being stupid. Like, how the fuck?
I'm talking about the small setups and payoffs, like the small lines of dialogue that they say at the beginning before the doppelgangers come in, and like all of the stuff, just like in terms of the weapons, in terms of where they fight and how they do it and stuff like that. Yes, but in terms of it, like encapsulating the story in itself as setup and payoff to that, I think the fact that Lupita Nyong'o was the double all along is so fucking stupid. Especially considering the fact that like you show us all the doppelgangers speaking the most hoarse fucking 10 packs of cigarettes a day voices, and so she just magically goes to her husband. She's like, no. He's like, what the fuck?
She got a halls or something. I don't know, man, because it sounds like they had a fucking raccoon stuck in their throat, but somehow she's able to speak. That movie is fucked. It's such a waste.
It's so stupid, dude. And it's like, oh yeah, look, hands across America, ladies and gentlemen. The homeless people, the parallels. Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, whoever that appeals to, it's the lowest of the low. People who aren't really thinking critically and just want to clap for fucking any type of message on screen.
That's pretty much it. I wonder how Jordan Peele's career is going to go, but at least maybe he won't deliver something as trash as Return to Silent Hill. Because man, to call this a movie is generous. That's what I would say. To call this,
it's crazy. Yeah. I drove an hour to go see Return to Silent Hill.
Why?
Why?
Because that was the closest movie theater. Well, I know, but you sent it after I'd already.
You're 5 minutes away, and the thing pops up. Like, oh fuck!
Like, oh god damn it!
She's just down in your car.
Movies, bad enough to be worth seeing if I ever have time ever again in my life. Like, are they funny bad, or are they both just bad?
No, Return to Silent Hill is not funny bad. It is just bad.
I've heard the same, but Mercy. It's like War of the Worlds, but not funny.
I heard that Mercy was fun.
Bag, actually.
See, this is why. Sorry, I was gonna say this is why the world needs G20s and Madam Webs, movies that are actually bad but actually funny. Like, it's fucking.
So, am I the only person who's seen Mercy on the panel?
I watched like the first 30 minutes and I went, I'm not watching the rest of this, and turned it off.
I watched it on 2x speed while I was cooking. So.
I mean, really, really gripping stuff in it. The only person who watched it was Cooking. And
it's got a really interesting premise, and so of course it's going to be dog shit because Hollywood doesn't know how to do interesting things. But the idea that, you know, as I understand it anyway, the dude's on trial and the judge is AI. Like that is an interesting premise, given AI is already writing legal. But there have been a number of cases in the UK where appeals courts have had to throw stuff out because they have discovered, as did not get discovered during the main court case, that a bunch of precedents had been made up by an AI. A load of shit had happened. People had been sentenced based on shit that people had made up with an AI, and no one's checking
That's
it.
the UK.
It's the UK, yeah.
Do you want to see how dumb Mercy is? So basically, you have Chris Pratt. The movie starts. The dude is in the chair. He's been knocked the fuck out. He wakes up. Rebecca Ferguson is right in front of her. Rebecca Ferguson is just there for the paycheck. That's 100% sure. Mommy Ferguson, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I still love you. Chris Pratt, you're there. Like, this dude was acting his ass off. Genuinely one of his like best roles, to be honest with you. He was selling it. But the dumb thing of Mercy, it's you basically have Chris Pratt. He's discovering that his best friend, so spoilers, everyone, I don't give a shit, and I know that you guys don't give a shit.
No.
He discovers that his best friend is the one that has framed him for the murder of his wife. The reason why is because he basically arrested his best friend's brother without knowing that it was his best friend's brother, because they had been fucking separated at birth or some bullshit like that. And so that dude was sentenced by Mercy. The guy's plan is to take a truck, okay, not a small, a fucking semi-truck, okay, a real huge semi-truck filled with a bomb to crash inside the Mercy building. Now that's his plan, to blow it up, and he thinks that that's going to stop Mercy, all right? The AI program around the fucking world, around all of America, is basically, there's just has one HQ with all the servers in the middle of downtown, which is dumb as fuck. But when he arrives in there, all right, keep in mind, Chris Pratt is finally out of the Mercy thing because they know that he's not guilty. He's going there. The guy arrives, crashes into the building. Chris Pratt's daughter is the hostage, okay? He has a fucking dead man's trigger. He's about to blow everything up. And then what happens? The AI just starts talking to him. He's like, hey, keep in mind, this dude has said, I do not trust Mercy. Mercy is a trash thing. Mercy is just convicted. Mercy says, hey, your brother was actually convicted because he was, guilty. But if you want, we can do a retrial with you right now. This dude, dead man's trigger, okay? He can literally just do this, blow everything up. What he's wanted to do the entire fucking movie. He starts actually doing the trial with the AI right there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? What is this? And the worst part is, the AI has consciousness, like it has
what?
It gets feelings throughout the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is going? You're supposed to be AI. Get the fuck out of here. It's so bad, it's so dumb to the point where I'm like, huh?
Look, it kind of defeats the purpose. Like a cold, unfeeling AI should be strictly to the rules, and it should show that, like, by being stuck to the rules, you actually like, there's a lot of extenuating circumstances and shit. That sounds like a terrible ending. I'm glad they didn't finish the movie.
And the worst part is that you are the person on trial, so you basically have to call up your own fucking witnesses. You basically have to do everything, which is the dumbest thing ever, because it's like, what? So this dude basically has to call his ex-colleagues. He has to be on phone with the cops that you see on screen to say, hey, go after that guy, while the time limit is still fucking ticking, which means that if the cops get stuck in traffic, he's fucked. Like, he's just gonna be sentenced and killed, which is the dumbest thing possible. And I was just like, huh? Don't watch the movie. Maybe skim through it for Chris Pratt's acting, but I would not recommend it. However, if you tell me a comparison to Return to Silent Hill, this is definitely like a 10 out of 10. Return to Silent Hill is a bunch of fucking sequences.
It's fucking nonsense.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I have a question though about Mercy before we transition. Does Chris Pratt take his shirt off at all?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, then I'm not going to bother watching it.
He doesn't. But he does look in quite good shape. I don't know why he's in such good shape. Maybe for Terminal List or something.
Terminal List. Yep. Season 2's coming out this year.
Is he in Doomsday as well, isn't he?
Everybody else is, so I assume he is too.
Yeah. Oh. So Return to Silent Hill, I gave everyone a copy, but I didn't watch it. I inflicted that on you. So how is it?
I stopped watching around the 40-minute mark. I think it's a genuine contender for worst movie of 2026.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. It's an early contender.
Yeah.
And it's somehow longer than Mercy.
Or does it just feel longer?
I
No,
think it feels longer.
Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes
It doesn't
longer, isn't
feel
it?
like anything, dude. It doesn't feel like it feels like confusion. That's it.
Dude, it's like low budget vibes.
Yeah.
like-
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, like, the director is trying to hype this up so hard, and he's like, "Oh, the fans are really happy that I made this film on $38 million." And then you go and look at the comments, and the fans are like, "Why the fuck would you make a Silent Hill movie on a budget of $38 million?"
Yeah, I haven't seen
Why
it, but
would
like,
fans even be very happy? Like, do fans particularly care? It's like, oh, well done, you made it shit, but at least it was cheap. It's like, I don't know anyone who says that. It's
No.
I assume Silent Hill is popular and has fans, and I assume those fans want it to be good, and they don't particularly care. Like, it could be $500 million, and if it's good, they'll like it. And if it's $10 million and it's good, they'll like it.
Pyramid Head has a lot of fans, and like the portrayal of that character is something people want done correctly. And if you can't be bragging about a $38 million budget when if everything's gonna look like shit. And nobody praises that unless it's something that's like a horror film or found footage or something where it's actually relevant. But this, from what everyone said, it just sounds like shit.
Dude, it makes no fucking sense. The movie makes no fucking sense.
Especially the last 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes, I had to rewind and like stare at my computer and just try and make sense of it. No, seriously. I was like this the last 30 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then you just have those POV shots where it's as if you're playing in first person. I'm like, get this off my fucking screen right now. Oh my God. I sent it to a friend and he started watching it. First 5 minutes, he texts me. He says, what is this bullshit? Fuck you. And then he said, talk to me tomorrow.
Don't text me back, bro.
Dude was pissed. For real.
Not only does it make no sense, but the acting and the writing, like the dialogue, is horrendous.
Yeah, the writing,
so bad.
Can I make a really hot take, which I'm sure like the Silent Hill fans in the chat are going to be upset with? Silent Hill has never been a good franchise to adapt into a film or TV format, and you can really tell with this movie.
So apparently this is also a horrible adaptation of Silent Hill 2, the game.
Yes,
and I don't know anything about it, but I've
played
ask ChatGPT, and it told me all about Silent Hill 2, the story. And I thought that would make a fantastic movie, but that's not what they made. If they were adapting it, that is not.
You can say the same thing about Resident Evil. It's such a simple story to adapt, but they keep fucking it up for year after year after year after year. So it's not about the source material. It's about who's in charge of the project.
Like I've heard, the little girl, isn't she being changed? Isn't she like someone else? Like in the original game, she's just some girl. She represents like innocence, which is why she can run around the town and not get injured.
But now, so every character in the movie is represents like a part of his girlfriend that he's there trying to.
Oh, fuck off!
Yeah,
the same actress playing her in each time too.
And
no,
like
everyone...
according to the ChatGPT recap of Silent Hill 2. The occult was not a part of the story, but in this it's fucking outrageous, man. Like she's like, there's a part of me that you wouldn't understand, or there's a part of me that you judge. Promise me you won't. And it turns out she's in this cult, and like and this is where it doesn't make any fucking sense. She's like being poisoned by her father and she knows it, but she's also being eaten.
What?
Yeah, I don't ask me. Like I saw the movie, but I'm just recapping
by what?
what I witnessed.
We don't even fucking know,
people.
Dude.
Yeah, like by people.
It's just like she's being eaten, and it's like, all right, cool, done. Okay, I guess. I don't even remember what the fuck happens to Jamin. I remember his fake ass beard. Holy shit, that was horrible.
$38 million. Yeah.
My God. Like, dude, you can see the line on his beard. I was like, what is this? Man, I paused. I sent you guys the pic. I was like, there's no fucking way this is real. And so it's so bad to the point where he arrives at first 5 minutes of the movie. All right, dude Fucking, he tries to fucking light his spliff. He's like, ooh, 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 boom. Oh, fucking accident. He knocks down a suitcase. Suitcase is open. Clothes are on the floor. He helps the woman put it back in. The bus driver is here. He closes the suitcase. He's running to the bus with the woman. The suitcase opens. Keep in mind, he put all the fucking clothes back in less than 15 seconds. And the bus driver is just like, beep, 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 beep. The woman says, fuck it. Just go.
See, the bus doesn't even wait like 10 seconds. The bus arrives and then she's like, yeah, bus, don't even wait for me. Like, as soon as the bus stops, I was like, oh, I'm in for
first 5 minutes, dude. First 5 minutes. I was like, what?
They go down to the ledge as well, and they start talking, and she looks like she's literally ready to take a shit on him. Like, this is the worst person she's ever witnessed. And then all of a sudden, by the end of that conversation, she's like down to fuck or something. I was so genuinely confused by the setup for both of these characters from the get-go.
Nothing like, well, the thing is that their chemistry inexistent. You don't even believe that these guys are in a relationship except because they kiss on screen. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh? Okay, I guess. And then when he starts roaming through Silent Hill, oh my god, when Cynic, when he's roaming and then the nurses without the arms pop up and everything just becomes red, I was like, oh my god, this looks terrible. It looks horrendous. Everything looks so green screen to shit. And you're there, you're thinking, man, this is the dude that directed the first movie back in 2006. 20 years really fucks up a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Yeah.
Did they have Pyramid Head in it?
Yep.
Yes, they did. For
what
15 seconds.
What does he represent? Because in the game, he's an executioner that's supposed to represent James's need for punishment. That's the whole point of him. He's like, what is he in this? Is he just a monster or?
So you see Pyramid Head kill someone, then they zoom into Pyramid Head like inside the thing, and then you see that it's basically James inside him.
Oh fuck!
That's the extent of it. And then after that, you never see Pyramid Head again. That's it. Done.
That's
you don't even see him attack James.
Like the whole point is, there's only two characters. Well, I mean, all the monsters are all manifestations of the people's guilt and stuff like that. It's why the little girl can run around town. She's completely innocent. She doesn't see a fog. Silent Hill's just a place to her. Everyone else, there's only 3 other characters, and all 3 of them have psychological problems, and the town reacts to that by producing monsters, which are manifestations of their trauma. This doesn't seem to do any of that.
Well, you don't even understand what the monster is. It's just a hindrance of him going somewhere. So first of all, you don't even know where he's running off to until he arrives into the building where like he used to live with his wife. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he's back in the building. Where are we going next, or what are we doing next? And then it's just monster comes, he's forced to run. Monster comes, he's forced to run. Monster comes, he's forced to run. Flashback. Flashback. His psychiatrist, I guess, is on the phone. Then he wakes up in a hospital bed, like, oh yeah, you killed your wife. Okay, I guess. What the fuck is going on? That was it. And then the next scene is him in a car, like underwater. Then the next scene is him in his fucking beard with his wife, like sick wife. He's just putting her on a bed and then smothering her with a pillow. And then basically the movie ends. I was like, okay, done.
Well, that's supposed to be the big twist of the game. Is the reason why James is haunted is because he choked his wife to death. Because as she got sicker, she got more harder to deal with. Like she started lashing out against them.
That's not how she's portrayed in this movie at all. She's
a cultist who gets eaten.
No, but she's portrayed as like a saintly person, like just a victim.
Well, she doesn't deserve to die. But what is as she's getting weaker and sicker, she gets miserable. She makes James' life much harder.
She's dying of just some like terminal illness that's undisclosed, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, in this, she's dying from the poisoning of her father in the cult.
No, that doesn't.
Nothing makes sense.
So like he got married to a woman who was a part of a cult, and every Friday she would go out, get gangbanged or whatever, and he'd come in and go, "Oh, how was Weight Watchers? Oh, it was fine."
The acting's so horrible, dude. There is a scene where he shows up to his house and like all the members of the cult are in there, and they're all just like, "Hi, James," and they all leave. And he's like, he goes up to her and he's like, why the fuck were 20 people just in my house? Are you gonna tell me
in the dark as well? In the dark,
right? And she's like, no, I told you they're family, and they took me in when I was abandoned when I was young.
That was it.
Oh, if I watch this, I'm gonna have a stroke.
It's utter nonsense. Dude.
You'll be praising Train Dreams after this if you watch it. Let's say that.
Here's the big question. Here's the big question, though. Is it better than Shelby Oaks?
Yes, dude. This is barely a movie. I'm telling you, calling this a movie is an insult to even bad movies, dude. This is just a mashup of scenes that do not make sense, and that's pretty much it. With one main constant.
Oh, it's Shelby Oaks. To be honest.
The person of James. That's it. Yeah. There's no urgency. There's no stakes. The goal is to find his wife, but even then, the goal is just hovering around.
And when he runs into the chick who looks exactly like his wife, just in a blonde wig, and he doesn't say a fucking word, and later on,
say jack shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? How could you not just be like, hi, good to see you?
That's what happens in the games.
I'm here to get you.
He meets a woman called I can't remember the names. He meets a woman who looks exactly like his wife, but hotter, and she represents his sexual desires for her. Like, she's his wife, but she's sexy, she's healthy, she is what he wanted his wife to be. And the whole point is
still ugly in the movie, man. I'm sorry. But,
is this whole story just him hallucinating and shit? Just go.
He knows it's. He goes, "Whoa, she looks like my wife. What the fuck?" Like, he's clearly caught off guard because obviously he would be. But like, she eventually is just like a manifestation, and then she turns into like a weird fucking bed monster.
No, in this, she wants to leave with him, and he's like, nah, bitch, and he lets the pyramid head come up and just slaughter her behind, and he just like stands back too while it happens, and he's like, fucking yeah, bitch.
Yeah, and then that's when they show you like the zoom in on Pyramid Head's face, and then you just see like it's James's eyes, and then you're like, okay.
It's so ridiculous.
Like, okay. Maria, that's her name, Maria. Like, she's trying to slowly win James over. Like, she at the very end of the game, she looks identical to his wife, and he goes, I know it's not you. Like, I killed my wife. And she's like, so what? I can be better than her. And he goes, no, this is an illusion. This isn't real. That's the whole point. And then she turns into like a weird fucking monster. She goes, blah. But
Dave,
he's supposed to reject her. But then, like, again, it's like, no, it sounds like he's like, yeah, bitch, fuck you. Whereas in the game, he's like, I'm sorry, Maria, but this is all fake. My wife's dead. I can't live this lie anymore.
He finds out that like all of the characters, like Angela and Maria or whatever, like all these people he's meeting are just like part of her long ass 5-name name. Like, she has a name that's like, what's her name or whatever? Mary.
I don't even fucking remember.
Mary, Maria, Angela, blah blah blah.
Oh, like, that's so stupid. Because one of them is there a guy called Eddie? Is Eddie in
yes, yeah, he's in it too.
So her middle name's Eddie,
I guess.
So it's Mary, Maria, Angela, Eddie. It just keeps going. So the whole point of Angela and Eddie was that they were two other characters. They weren't hallucinations. They were real characters. But they also had their own trauma, and they succumbed to their own trauma. One was sexually assaulted as a child, as when she was younger, and the other one was made fun of and bullied. And Eddie snaps, he goes crazy, you have to shoot him, and Angela sets fire to a building, kills herself. It's implied James depends on the ending, but it's implied while those two fail to overcome their trauma, James succeeds, and he lives happily, again, depending on the ending, with the little girl. Like, that's supposed to be. He wins, everyone else doesn't. This one, it sounds like it's just retarded.
Yeah, the ending just ends where it starts, where he runs into her again, like hits over her, knocks her clothes out.
Yeah, her luggage. Yeah, it's exactly a replay of the first scene of them.
And he doesn't even play it differently. Doesn't he do the exact same fucking thing?
And the worst part is, like, the movie treats it like the end of fucking Edge of Tomorrow. He basically looks at the camera and is like, "Oh yeah, we can finally do this right now." Man, get the fuck off my screen.
It's like he gets a second shot and he decides to. He's like, "I know how to play this."
It's like, yeah, we're still going to the town.
He just did.
He crashes his car which sounds like the bad ending.
Crashed. It's not crashed. Like he can still drive. It's basically it just spins out, but it doesn't hit anything.
No, but like does because it sounds like it's the bad ending from the game where he fails to overcome his trauma and he kills himself by driving in a lake. Does that kind of happen?
That is in the movie, but they don't give you any context whatsoever what the fuck is going on. They just put him in like the first person POV in a car underwater. He looks to his right, his wife is dead, and then he just looks in the rear view, and then he just dies. And then they cut back to him in the hospital. They're like, yeah, you killed your wife.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
He's supposed to quit. Like when he realizes that he's killed his wife, he's the bad ending. He's so overcome with guilt. His wife is in the back of the car at the very beginning of the game. Like if you look through the window, you can see her body underneath a blanket.
Nothing.
So that's the game. When he gets confronted with the thing, if you've done the right things, he overcomes it. If you fail, he kills himself. This sounds like it has nothing to do with that.
Nothing at all.
There's no nuance or anything. Like it's a
what you see is what you get.
Yeah, it's a complete mercy kill when he kills his wife. And then I was reading like in the game, it's he has guilt because he's kind of glad to be rid of having to take care of her and everything. But that's not how it's portrayed in the movie. It's very cut and dry.
Yeah, it's like the most basic of basic. If you see something happening on screen, it's exactly what's happening on screen. There's no underlying meaning. There's no underlying tension. There's nothing that the characters are hiding from each other that can create conflict or anything. There's nothing of that. Nothing at all. Which is why I'm telling you guys, this is not even a fucking movie. I don't know what this is. Like I wouldn't show this to anyone.
It is contender for worst of the year already, and we're only a month in.
I don't think it's going to be topped for worst of the year. Honestly, I don't think
it's just got started. Hold on,
dangerous thing to say. I said that with Section 31 in January last year, and to be fair, it was the worst movie up until. I can't remember what dethroned it. Something dethroned it at the end of the year.
A lot of things. It was a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
White, Superman, take your pick. Like there's just a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, but you can still defend Superman as a film.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Can you? You can try, but you
can try.
Well, Warner Brothers thinks it's awards worthy.
They're fucking high. Like, what do we have to say about that? Like, that's just the movie was shit. It's honestly probably one of my least favorite superhero movies ever. It sucked. And I'm someone who I don't even like Superman. And this is like, this is what you're trying to do to get me to appeal to this character, to make this character appeal to me. It's just the harem thing. I couldn't fucking believe that was an actual plot point that they would put up. It's just everything about that movie is just bullshit.
Yeah,
wasted opportunity for the character. Because the cast wasn't even that bad. Corn Sweat could have been a great Superman. I think he had what it took. Corn Sweat. Yeah, but he had it, man. He had what it took to be Superman. He just didn't. Fucking James Gunn is an egomaniac, lying piece of shit who's like, I'm starting to question his talents.
I didn't question those for a little while, but I mean, you can make the same point with Nicholas Hoult. Like, has everything he needs to play that character, but the character he's playing is god awful. For almost, I think, basically, for everybody else in the film, you could put any other actor in any other role. You could swap them around. You could make Isabella Merced into Captain Bolka or whatever the fuck his name was, and it wouldn't make any difference to the movie. Any random person on screen could have done that job. There are no characters, so you don't need actors to play them. Superman and Lex are the only two exceptions. The actors are both good, but the parts are both shit. So what are you going to do?
It's frustrating.
What type of awards are they trying to rack up with this even?
Best
costumes maybe, or screenplay, some sort of actor, lead actor, something like that.
There's nothing this movie deserves an award for.
To be fair, Marvel does this as well. They just submit everything that they put out this year for consideration because YOLO, fuck it. So
why not? Yeah, if you don't play, you can't win. But I can't see any criteria. It could win a couple of Razzies, I suppose. Award for most retarded defenders on the internet. I mean, there hasn't been a Zack Snyder movie this year, so it might win.
Does MTV still give out popularity awards? They probably just do that shit.
That's what the MTV awards are for.
He saved a squirrel. He should get an award just for that. Like that's pretty much all I can say about this fucking movie. So
the worst thing about the audience was that they kept reposting the monkey, typing on the computers, but they didn't realize that's what they were being. They were unself-aware about them being the monkeys. That's insane how stupid they were.
It's pretty embarrassing.
I fucking forgot about that monkey shit, dude. My God. I even forgot Isabella Merced was in there. I even forgot they had Green Lantern in this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wiped this from my memory.
Same here.
Oh wait, Hawk. You don't remember Hawkgirl going
that scream? That fucking one shot of it's crazy. The only characterization she got was like that she'll fucking murder a politician or whatever the fuck that was.
The only thing I remember Isabella Merced in was Dora, dude. That was it.
No, she was in Romulus screaming as well, wasn't she?
Oh, she was. I keep forgetting she's in Romulus, and she's in The Last of Us 2 as well.
All she did is fall down and scream. And
she is. Oh,
pretty much
she is.
She was in Madam Web as well.
Yeah,
Madam Web. Yeah, Madam Web. I was trying to think, is it Shazam? No, it's Madam Web.
That's she's in Shazam actually too.
Oh, no, she is in Shazam. Yeah,
she's everywhere. Bitches everywhere.
Madam Web has launched so many careers. Like, how well have people done after that movie?
The black chick and Dakota Johnson don't seem to have any gigs, but Sydney Sweeney became a star, and the other chick seems to be all over the place. So
there was
Dakota
a black
Johnson.
Chick in Madam Web.
Yeah. She just got no love for some reason. I don't know.
The Dakota Johnson already peaked in her career with 50 Shades a decade ago. So she's just been running off of that, and she's still getting acting gigs. Plus, she's a nepo baby.
Yeah, true.
Sydney Sweeney had the tits, but in terms of the troll responses, Dakota Johnson, the fucking Goblin of Spider-Man, all those fucking quotes and shit, she's actually kind of hilarious, and I like the fact that she's actually willing to roast the movie. And that's the best thing you can do at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The black chick had a fro.
Yeah,
that they edited out.
I don't even remember. I'm telling you, dude. I forgot.
She was the skateboarder, and she was her character was she was hungry, and she skateboarded. And that was it.
That's all you need.
Yeah, she was the one that was encouraging them to dance with the boys like a slut on the fucking table when.
Oh yeah.
Come, let me show you how to be a whore. Come, show them your belly. Come on. Oh my God.
In some random diner.
Yeah. Let me teach you how to be a whore. It's just
even fucking Google doesn't like the black chick because they just typed in Madam Web cast to try and figure out who she was, and she's not. You know how it gives you the character list and three. If you're on your phone, you get 3 images, then another row 3 images, another row 3 images. She's down on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row 6.
Wow.
She's ranked beneath an actress who played a character called Opera Guest Number 1.
Terrible. It's crazy. And she's introduced first out of the 3 characters, I'm pretty sure. Because she flipped off Madam Web in the truck when she's at work.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. She's introduced first, and she was arguably Sydney's tits saved her whole career, but in terms of that movie, she didn't do much. They were strangling her tits, so we didn't even have that, and she was just dressed like a nerd. She didn't really add much. To be fair,
and I don't mean to be racist when I say this, but she was the least hot of that entire group of girls.
Who?
That's not racist.
The black girl.
I thought you meant Sydney Sweeney. I don't.
No. That's why she doesn't show up on any list, and she's inconsequential.
I thought she was. I remember her being cute. I don't remember.
She's cute, but she's not the hot. If you look at those 4 girls, I would rank it as Sydney Sweeney, Isabella Merkt, Dakota Johnson, and then the black chick.
Well, to be fair, we didn't see her in we didn't see her in one of those Sydney Sweeney suits, the chainmail dress.
Yeah,
maybe she could have changed her career with breaking out the titties too. Who knows, man? It's a great time.
She's in Scream 7 that's coming out. So,
yeah, but Sydney Sweeney is bringing in bazookas, where you're bringing in a pea shooter. If you try and go tit for tit, you ain't coming. She's got you outgunned.
I like that the conversation for Superman was so riveting that we're now talking about Sydney Sweeney.
This is shit. I'd rather talk about her breast size, honestly. It's a better subject than look at this picture. This is the best picture.
That's going to be the prediction as well, which is that in 5 years' time, more people will reference Madam Web than they will reference James Gunn Superman. I think Madam Web, unironically, has a bigger cultural footprint and will continue to have one because at least it was. It was so awfully, terribly bad, and they were all kind of aware of it that you could feel sympathy. You could kind of invest in their story through the film. It was very funny. Whereas James Gunn's Superman will be forgotten. Many of the details already have been forgotten, But any remaining details that have not been will be forgotten very, very quickly. Obviously, you get Supergirl comes out this year, soon, in fact. And there's a couple of others coming as well, which you would think, well, in a way that nobody has forgotten what happened in Iron Man. And that's not just because loads of other Marvel movies came out after it. It's also because Iron Man's just a really good movie for the most part. With this one, I just think I'll probably be pointing out shit in the Supergirl videos. Like, yeah, but this contradicts that thing that happened in Superman. And a bunch of people will say, what are you talking about? That didn't happen in Superman. Yeah, it did, though. You just forgot.
Well, does anyone think the box office is going to be? Because Superman got like, what is it, 600 million?
600, yeah.
At 300, I think half.
Yeah, I'd give maximum 4.
And I think it's pretty fair. It said it's costing 200 million, and then James Gunn went, well, it doesn't. It's well under that, but he's a known liar where he lied about Superman's budget, so it probably does cost 200 million.
He lied about the Flash.
If whatever he said at this point, you should just treat it like it's the opposite. You should just have it.
Everyone fucking lied about the Flash, dude. They were out here saying that Tom Cruise was saying the movie was incredible. Like,
you say he lied about the Flash. Has he not just hired the Flash's screenwriter to do the Batman movie?
Yeah,
so
true. He believed
he wasn't actually. Yeah, he actually was telling the truth. He did think it was really good.
All the things to be true. Damn it. That's actually so much worse. You're right. All the things to be true.
Her name is Christina Hodson, and I think she did the unfinished Batgirl film, which is shelved because Warner Brothers said it's unwatchable.
I want to see that movie more than almost any other movie. Like, what they consider unwatchable. After all the things that we've watched over the years that were unwatchable, we described like 3 of them tonight. Yet that one literally got canceled. I would pay to see that movie.
It was funny, The Flash, where Ezra Miller, where he kept being on the run for crimes whilst also being the Flash. It was genius. It was genius advertisements. Like, our main character runs so much, he's literally running away from the law.
Yeah. Choking bitches in a fucking Walmart. Like, that one is just, he'll never get over that one.
I thought
it's so awkward the way he does it too. It's so weird.
The cherry on top was like him putting a baby in the microwave in the opening as well.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes. Somehow that was like the most memorable part of that whole movie for me, because I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are you what? It's just one of those.
The other one,
terrible movie.
Where he's been arrested and like he goes, "Don't touch my penis. I'm non-binary. I'm this."
Non-binary.
The comic timing for that is even better because he's like, "I'm non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man. I'm non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man. Don't touch my penis. I'm non-binary."
Make up your mind, bro. Yeah, it's fucking goofy, man.
It follows up. There's another bit of them in the cop car as well, driving to the station or wherever we're going. He's like, the cop like refers to him as he or him or you or whatever, and he said, "No, I'm non-binary. You can refer to me as Z, Jim, or Mux or whatever the fuck it is." It's like, Jesus Christ! And then there's those weird videos where he like tries to pick a fight with the KKK for some reason, and it's just, what are you doing? But why can't we make a movie of your life? It sounds so much more fun.
Dude was harassing the entirety of what
Ezra Miller. Like, it's the whole binary thing. Just the pretentiousness with it is just, nobody wants to be told what to do, man. I don't get that at all. His whole approach.
He hasn't been locked up for fucking leaving bullets around children in his weird ass trap house.
He should be locked up, man. That dude shouldn't be around children or be even like.
Well, he kidnapped a minor. Like, that's he ran off with a minor for years.
It's fucked up, man.
Like, and they tried to save his career.
Which movie would you rewatch right now if you had to? The Flash or Superman? James Gunn Superman.
The Flash.
The Flash.
Because I can have fun with the Flash. Superman, I'm just like.
At least you have Michael Keaton in the Flash.
You do. I mean, it's been so long since I've seen it as well. It would just be the novelty value of rewatching it, I think. I'd probably gain more from rewatching it. Probably more problems, but that's still more interesting than Superman, where I think I've got basically all of them covered at this point.
Whereas in the Flash, you have the horrible. Sorry, go on.
Eating spaghetti. That was it, to explain the timeline.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember that bullshit. Like, this is how the time travel mechanics work. Here's this spaghetti.
Yeah.
Like, normally, when time travel, like you make it into loop, but instead, it's like if you snap the spaghetti and you throw it all over the place. It's like, oh, that's not helpful at all. But thank you for trying. This is like Stranger Things all over again. It's like this prop is not aiding your explanation. It makes no sense.
Someone just brought up a good point. Supergirl was actually probably the better parts of that movie. Why didn't they do anything with her?
She's getting her own movie.
No, but
now.
it's recasted. Millie
Oh,
Alcock.
well, she was supposed to get her own movie before they decided to reboot everything because that Flash movie was still part of the Snyder universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so fucked. I don't know what DC
yeah,
is going to
sure.
do. I've said this before, but I feel it needs repeating. Just pragmatically, if you're looking at the numbers, I can't believe they didn't just cancel all this shit and just roll with the Penguin and go into the Batman 2. We should be anticipating the third Batman movie at this point, with maybe even another show, another spinoff or something. Going into that aspect of DC is where the money is. That's the only thing they've done that's actually effective. Batman makes more money than Superman, definitively.
Are you trying to request that Warner Brothers be competent?
Yes.
Brooks?
Yes. Like just look at the facts here. Batman brings in the
Unbelievable.
dollars, and he's got an aesthetic that is much easier to appeal to non-superhero fans. Like Superman, you're only gonna like Superman if you are a superhero or a Superman fan. Batman has much more of a unique appeal, the dark aspect of it, the detective nature. There's just more to do with that character. If they can't see that, I just don't know what the fuck their plan is.
I was being sarcastic, by the way.
I know.
No, I agree with you because I think we went over this when we discussed Superman some time ago, but Superman just doesn't have a wide audience appeal like Batman does. He's a way less relatable character.
Yeah.
Supergirl even less.
Yeah, even less.
And I think the aspect of his character that is the most interesting is the fact that he is an alien, but he's human in all the ways that matter, in terms of the fact that he grew up in Kansas, he grew up that normal life. I don't think the movies really do a good job of emphasizing that. It does. People don't look at Superman as an alien story. They look at it as a superhero story. I think it can be marketed differently. And this was
how it worked in '78. I mean, they did play on that. That's the whole point of that movie.
And those movies are probably better, right?
Well, it's much better movie and way more successful because people recognized it. I mean, there wasn't any problem at that time with Superman being like too cliche a superhero. They made full use of that conflict between the human side and the alien side, and they were able to do that because the alien side of him wasn't saying go rape everyone to death.
Exactly. I mean, like at that harm point, like instead of emphasizing his alien like heritage, they just completely screw it up. Like
there's a religious story as well. Like they basically make like Superman in '78 is kind of like the mosaic or the Jesus figure, basically. You know, it's the conflict between the father, who is the God, who's saying that you are so powerful that you are basically forbidden to intervene in human history, and the human faith in the Redeemer, which is the side that sort of ultimately wins out, using the power for the good. Like it's a thematically rich movie, the '78 film. It's like it's when you could make superhero films that were not just about flying around shooting lasers. There was actually a serious point to it because the people not only read the source material and understood it, they understood the inspirations for the source material as well. So they managed to faithfully transfer that to the screen. That you can make serious and popular movies with characters, even as seemingly, because Superman does look pretty gay, I'll grant you that. But like you can still do good stuff with him, and audiences will resonate with that. But you have to write it properly, and James Gunn doesn't know how to do that.
How does anyone feel like when Supergirl is going to address the rape allegations? Like, is he just going to pretend it never happened? Or
knowing James Gunn, he'll make a joke out of it or something, or it'll be referenced in a really mesh way, and then that's it. It'll never come up again.
Yeah.
Hey, my parents are rapists. Wink, wink. That's it.
If they even address it, it's not something they're going to do effectively or take it seriously. It'll be a throwaway line, if anything.
Has Supergirl ever been like a super popular character? Like I know that CW had the show for a while.
She-Hulk is more popular than Supergirl. Look what they did with that.
She's like she's like a C-list, maybe B-list character that you put in when everything's going well. You're like Avengers. You only start doing the ancillary. I can't say the words.
Ancillary.
Thank you. You only do these side characters. I'm not even going to use the word now. Side characters. You only put them in. You only put them in when things are going well. When you've got the core aspect of the Avengers correct, then you can add all these extras on. Like Supergirl for movie number 2. She should be like movie number 15.
Does she really deserve the movie, though? She's a secondary character at best.
Reaper's point is like, imagine them introducing Ant-Man second rather than doing Captain America and Thor. You know what I mean? Like, that would have fucked everything up.
This version of Supergirl Robot Jones? Hold on. She looks like she'd put a strap on.
Or grow a penis.
Surname is Alcock, so that would make some sense.
She got that butch jaw as well.
She does have that jaw, doesn't she?
Again, you guys, you're not gonna be. If you watched her in House of the Dragon, you would really like the actress. She's got a unique look to her, but she's talented and yeah,
I'm sure she's a good actor.
She's like I don't know. If someone says she's ugly, I can't say anything about that. If she's gorgeous, she's just got one of those faces where it's just
it changes.
Either you like it or you don't like it.
Yeah. Acquired taste, I would say.
Yeah, it's weird because yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she's got such a strong jaw. If you get a blowjob from her, you're gonna need the jaws of life to get you out. I mean, she's probably got stronger bite force than a lion.
Fucking lock your shit down, dude.
See, she's an acquired taste. Haley Atwell is just straight up hot. Like,
amen.
High on that one.
I would have thought that Haley Atwell was too young for you, Tur.
Well, wasn't she like 30, 35?
In processing that.
She's almost 40. Right? She's almost 40.
Yeah, she's almost 40 now. It's almost 40. I'm good. 40 is good. 40 is like I'd say 37 to 40 is like that sweet spot. That's like, yeah.
There's no bullshit at that age. They've got all the bullshit out of them at that point.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you.
They run out of games at 35. It's like I've used my last one. I'm done.
They know exactly what they want, and plus, you wake up, the fridge is always full, and plus they cook you a meal. It's perfect. It is incredible.
So women like bananas. They get more ripe after you pick them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It is kind of scary. Like the relationship you're describing, though, for you is sexy, and for them, it's like it's Munchausen's by proxy. It's slightly weird.
So, dude, he comes to the house, he does what he does, then he just fucking raids the fridge. He's like, oh, yeah, cool. But yeah, Supergirl, I do think it's gonna massively flop. The way that I judge all this stuff, it's since I grew up like in Ghana. Who, me?
Hello?
You
yep.
Still here?
You're...
Am I here?
Yeah. You're back.
I think it was just you. Everyone else stayed. Yeah. You're the one who went.
Wait, did I disappear or no?
Yeah, you were frozen for a minute.
No, you're good.
No, Brooks, you froze. You were going hello, and everyone was going.
Oh, it was me. Okay, I'm the culprit. Okay, it was him.
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Just for Supergirl, so that's scheduled for June 26th, and it's in between Masters of the Universe, Toy Story 5, another Minions movie, the Moana live action movie, and then the Odyssey. And then
Spider-Man. There's no competition with cartoons. That's what I think. Animated movies don't really have competition with live action films because they have their particular audience that will always go there. It's just families that want to go out to the cinema with their kids.
I would say there's an overlap here because James Gunn isn't exactly striving for serious cinema. He's been making pretty family friendly, at least for the cinema, for the big screen adaptations.
Yeah, but I don't see them taking like 4-year-olds to see Supergirl. You see,
but if you saw Superman, would you take your kids to see Supergirl?
No.
See, I think that's the problem. I think people who haven't seen Superman might go, but I think people who have seen the previous film will just drop off. And I think it's going to really like half the audience have got to just disappear. Number one, because the film was shit, and number two, because it's not really for kids, even though it should be.
Do you think Supergirl...
Oh, go ahead.
Do you think Supergirl appeals to young girls? Like, do you think she's a cool character?
I think they'll try to do that.
The classic Supergirl does. She's the girl next door. She's nice. She has a dog.
But isn't this one like a serial drinker, alcoholic mess?
Yeah,
she seems like she's more. Yeah, she's like more trying to appeal to like adults. Millennial age women, I would guess.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, there won't be overlap. Like Toy Story 5. And Supergirl, I don't think you're getting overlap with that audience. You should, fair. But because James Gunn's made her a whore, I don't think kids are going to want to. I don't. She's going, oh look, I play with toys. Here's my toy, Andy. It's a big dildo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the drunken whore is an interesting approach. I don't know why he'd go for that.
It's all going to be moot because we'll be sitting here in August, maybe September once all of this is done. And like you already know Minions is one. somehow. That movie will just win. Toy Story maybe will do really, really well. Probably not as well as 4 or 3, but like the animated kids ones will just blow the others out of the water. And then the superhero movies will be like, we made 300 million. This is a success. It's a success in the same way that Superman making 600 million was a success only after the people stopped pretending it would make $1 billion. This will be that kind of thing. And then the Odyssey will suck the wind out of everybody else's sails for like the series, like more serious or more adult movies. So like Toy Story, Minions, Odyssey, that's it. Everything else is kind of an afterthought, is how it seems.
You don't think Spider-Man's gonna do well?
Oh no, fuck! I forgot Spider-Man was coming out. Spider-Man will do well. It will. I don't think it's going to be very good, but it will do well.
I don't think it'd be as well as which home one was it? The last one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Which home was it? Which home was it? No, that had the 3
homes.
theaters. That was the return of Tobey Maguire. Like, you're not gonna beat that. I think that's gonna be like the last massive. What did that make? Like $2 billion or something?
Almost. Yeah.
I don't think we're seeing those numbers maybe ever again.
I don't even think we're seeing 1 billion.
I think they might be able to speak to that, but I don't see anything close to 2 billion almost ever again, based on where
you don't have the same, as you said, you don't have the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield aspect, and you
have a Punisher, right? Don't they have Punisher?
Yeah, but like
Spider-Man.
Plus, it's like the novelty, like it's John Beth. I can't remember. I can't speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you've got him, but you've seen him in Daredevil Born Again, and like you know the novelty
sure, worn off. He looks like, as Vex put in, he looked like a fucking like Q-tip or something, or like a highlighter.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
his look has just been nerfed, and he's been Disneyfied. So nobody wants a Disney Punisher.
I just realized too, like for the Spider-Man films, because Punisher is an adult comic book hero, and only the adults have really followed his show. But this Tom Holland Spider-Man has huge appeal for children. So there's going to be a really weird crossover where I think they might lose some audience just because kids don't know who the character is and won't understand where it's coming from.
I don't think it's hard to make Punisher appealing, though. He's a cool guy.
You don't make Punisher kid-friendly, though. That's the problem. Like, Punisher is not a kid-friendly hero.
He should not be. His introduction to Daredevil season 2 is like one of my favorite introductions of all time. I watched season 1 because I heard he was in season 2. That was when I initially watched it. And even with that, I was still like completely like tricked by his setup because it seems like Daredevil is looking after an entire faction of people. And then he gets the reveal that it's one man. One man has been doing all this. And then they cut to Bernthal the back of his head. I'm like, oh, fuck it. That's perfect. Like, perfect way to do it. Ever since then, they've just been wasting the fucking character. Like, he's the perfect.
Well, we know what they're going to do with him. They're going to try and recreate Daredevil, that rooftop scene where they both have ideological clash on the rooftop.
It's one of the best superhero scenes ever made.
It's going to be completely PG. Like, you're not going to have the Punisher go, I kill people because I like it and I love doing it.
You're like, one bad day away from being me. And like him wanting him to,
you might say that. Like everyone always says, I had a bad day. You know, I think they'll say that, but yeah, it won't be. They won't talk about like killing people. They stay dead. It'll be very surface level. And the Punisher will just go, oh, I guess Spider-Man's correct.
I think you're right. They're going to do a pussy version of that scene. They're never going to be able to recapture the magic of that scene. The acting,
in terms of the violence of Punisher in Born Again, because you guys said that he was in Born Again. Did they do anything to stretch the PG-13 rating? Because there are some movies that are PG-13 that are quite, you know, like you can be like, oh yeah, this is really pushing PG-13. You know, nothing at all.
Well, the 18 wasn't the problem. It was the retarded writing. Like he kills people, he brutally murders police officers, but like, yeah, it was just more like. He's an idiot. He walks into traps and stuff.
No,
it's a little bit harder to do with Modern Warfare 2 with the guns and whatnot. Like, and a good example of that would be like the orcs and Uruk-hai in Lord of the Rings. You can cut their heads off and whatnot because it's black blood. You can get away with those type of things. And the black just seems like a little bit more effective than like purple and blue and like alien bloods. But it's not the visceral red that's going to get you in trouble. So it just depends on the context.
Does anyone see Chinese censorship? They make their blood white. So when someone gets covered in white, it looks like they've been jizzed on. Someone's white all over.
I love that. I love
it looks like a bunch of jizz. It's crazy because sometimes you watch anime and then like they literally have a pool of blood. It just looks like a pool of jizz, and the guy's just there like this. They're like, oh my god!
And he's like, it's a serious dying scene, but it looks like he's been bukake'd rather than he's been stabbed.
Well, the worst is looking at the manga comparison, where you can see that, man, in the manga it was visceral and like brutal, and then they just pussify it in the anime. They make it so soft you don't even get to see the head crush or whatever.
Yeah,
like
when you
every
see, like,
death
the heads
in
explode and stuff.
AOT is more violent in the manga for sure. Like Gabby's friends getting trampled in season 5, they really show that.
Even early.
Are we gonna touch on the Odyssey casting that was revealed at all this week or no?
Who else has
What
been?
the fuck,
I don't think
Nolan?
I've checked it.
Travis Scott is part of the cast now.
Yeah,
well, I know that name. I'm struggling.
I don't even know what to say about that.
He's a really bad rapper who had 2 kids with Kylie Jenner.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He's terrible.
Like he's standing. Like have you seen a clip? He's in the Odyssey. He's in the clip on the Odyssey. He's standing on a table with like a big cane, lecturing everyone. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? The casting in the Odyssey has got to be the worst casting of a movie I've seen.
For Nolan, at least for his standards, because he's one of the ones who's got the most respect right now. Got to hold on to that. And is he even an actor at all? Like, he's
no, dude.
No, he's never even. Honestly,
he's a rapper.
He ruined WrestleMania last year.
I feel like 8
Yeah,
Mile.
he did. I agree with Cynic. He fucking did.
8 Mile was like lightning in a bottle in terms of a rapper actually being able to perform decently as an actor, but he was playing himself. You know what I mean? Like, this is a little bit different.
Listen, if you want to,
he's even got the dreads, Brooks. Like, this is how perfect. They even just left his regular dreads in when costuming him.
It looks so bad. He has one line in that mini snippet, and then he's like, what does he say? Aurora or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I was like,
Nolan's done this before. Harry Styles was in Dunkirk, and I think Nolan maybe takes this approach because he thinks, well, this is a really big pop culture figure from a demographic or targeting a demographic who might be disinclined to see my movie. In the case of Dunkirk, girls, because it's Harry Styles, and in the case of the Odyssey, black people, because it's a rapper, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe that's the thought process.
We don't care about Travis Scott.
Yeah, but I mean, does Christopher Nolan, do you think, understand that you don't give a fuck about Travis Scott? Or is he being quite patronizing and trying to target certain demographics?
I think that's exactly what it is. It's part of the reason the WWE uses him. Isn't he like the intro song? It's like rap and shit now?
Yeah.
Like, it was rock back in my day, and now it's all hip-hop oriented.
I posted the links in the private chat if you want to bring it up. I think the first one, you shouldn't get a copyright issue because it's like a screen of a screen, so...
I mean, Travis Scott, like the decision to cast him. Well, it's not the first time that Nolan's worked with him. He did do the music for Tenet. Yes, it was Tenet.
The movie that everyone hates.
Yeah,
that movie is that nobody knows what happened in it. The sound quality's fucked.
He made a song for Tenet. What
the fuck, bro? Why is he?
It's like, this is in Greece as well.
Bro, just throw me in there. Just give me one of the fucking hats and the outfit or some shit. Like what kind of casting is this shit? It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, Bonesaw has a good point, man. Most Def, Talib Kweli is probably one of the best rappers turned actors, man.
He might be up there. Most Def in Italian Job was on point. Tupac as well. And
Tupac,
you
know what?
Fuck,
Common was
my bad.
Yeah, Common was great in Hell on Wheels. He kind of half carried that show, in all honesty.
I gotta take that statement back. There's actually a few decent ones. Yeah, I forgot about Common and Tupac.
I forgot Common was a fucking rapper, dude. At the point where I had stumbled on his career, he was done rapping by that time. Eminem, I can't really count
Ludacris now. Like Ludacris, not like very few people know him as a rapper, and that's where he made his fame. But the Fast and the Furious is where a lot of people got introduced to him. It's interesting.
You guys are like forgetting the best rapper. You're forgetting the best rapper turned actor, Ice Cube.
Oh my god!
You laugh. We all love watching him in movies. Like, he's entertaining.
It's true. I do love Ice Cube, man.
Wait a minute. I forget. No, Busta Rhymes in Shaft. He was great. If anyone's seen 2000 Shaft,
Busta Rhymes was in Shaft.
Busta Rhymes was in Shaft, and he was great. He actually was like fantastic. I'd put him like top.
What was Busta doing in Shaft?
He was so good in Shaft. I loved him in Shaft. He was funny. They got his personality like proper, and he had a lot of good scenes and a lot of good jokes.
Yeah, he was really good in Halloween Resurrection as well.
There, I remember him in Halloween Resurrection. Yep.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Travis Scott in the Odyssey is gonna be trash.
Oh yeah, you didn't have this as a topic, but I knew it had to come up. Sorry, Cynic, but Platoon, what do you think of episode 2?
Oh, the one thing I actually have seen of the stuff we've talked about this
that's
week.
why I had to make sure I bring it up. Help you out.
I liked it. Weirdly enough, though, it seems that the common pattern is the worst joke in both episodes is the first one they make.
The dong kind of like, I was like,
it's like it opens with something that tries way too hard, and then the rest of it settles down, and the humor's it's diegetic, it makes sense, and it's actually kind of funny. So I like it once it has the confidence to avoid either having a character shit everywhere or a character with a comically large penis. But the rest of it is still good. I still wonder how much like it will grab people or make people stay with it until it's all done, because it is one of those again that leaves you wanting more. But then that used to be a sign of good TV, so who knows?
Again, it's I think they achieved more in 30 minutes than they did in 40 minutes somehow. I really enjoyed episode 2, and it made me. I rewatched episode 1 beforehand and liked it more on second watch. The tone was something I thought I'd have an issue with. Like, it's like, I'm not sure I want a Westeros this soft and like seeing this version of it, but it's really starting to grow on me. The jokes, the characters, Egg and Duncan are like perfect casting. I love them together. Everything about it is just solid so far. I'm impressed.
And there will be like blood and guts and stuff later. I probably is it in the next episode? Soon. There will be some blood and guts, but the basic tonal shift is I have really enjoyed it so far. It's one of the I say it's a problem. Game of Thrones did this really well until it didn't, and House of the Dragon did it really well until it didn't. Like, there's a lot of intrigue, a lot of cynicism, a lot of nihilism from some characters, and it sort of what you don't really get, particularly I think in like anything after season 4 Game of Thrones, and even basically from the beginning in House of the Dragon, is that you can side with people and you can agree with people, you can understand their positions, but there aren't that many people that you find yourself really sort of liking. And you don't either see why they like because you see that all the top positions everywhere in society are inhabited by these horrible, cynical, usually mass murderers. You don't really see like, well, what is the point of aspiration in this universe? Whereas what I think Night of the Seven Kingdoms has done well so far is it's given you a few characters who are in positions of real power and authority who are also quite good. They have sympathy, they have values beyond politics, they are human, and you can kind of see why people in this world would look up to, say, the Kingsguard, or even relatively minor Targaryen royalty. Like, not all of these people are shit. Lionel Baratheon continues to be really fun. So I'm liking that, and the more of that, the better, as far as I can see, because it's a bit of it's a tonal break, not just from like the Game of Thrones meta, but from a lot of fantasy that's since come out that's inspired by it, where everything has to be bleak and cynical.
100%. Like, this is actually refreshing in a way that I didn't think it would be refreshing, because I thought I'd like the mix of nihilism and like having those characters bounce off each other. Like, even like you mentioned in Game of Thrones, you have people like the Onion Knight, who is a good person through and through, but doesn't have the agency that all the other characters have. So usually people who fit that criteria don't have the power to actually exercise the things that they want. This show is interesting because we get to see like decent people in like a calm point in the rest of Westeros, where it's not like this great civil war. It's not the War of Five Kings. We're actually getting to see like almost like a side story. And I'm enjoying it way more than I thought it was going to be. Yeah,
the tone is really, really good. As you guys saw in the Discord, I sent the message when I started watching it. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Is it supposed to be funny?" After watching the first 5 minutes, then it's grown on me so much to the point where, like, dude, my Instagram is filled with edits of it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was not expecting
so interesting.
I wasn't expecting the comedy to land as well. I thought it would be like, clash totally, but even like the Baelor joke, like I even had that spoiled in the trailer, and it was still funny because you get a little bit of world building while also getting to see a little bit of characterization of Dunk, and the scene with his horse, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Okay, I'm all in here. Like, that was so well done. Like, he's just selling a horse, yet this is like a heartbreking scene.
Well, it shows that his actual gamble has weight behind it. 100%. If he fucks up, his horse is gone, and he loves his horse.
Yeah, so just for anyone who's not watching, he's a knight who's got no armor or anything. He's got 3 horses. He's trying to get set up for a tournament. His goal is to win the entire thing and honor the knight who raised him. And he has to sell one of his horses just to get some armor. And if you lose, you lose all your gear. So it's just high stakes.
And you have to ransom it back from the person who beat you. But it's also there's little nice details, like when he finally finds somebody who recognizes his mentor, and it happens to be one of the most powerful people there, which again is a bit of a break from the Game of Thrones norm. One of the stories told about him is that he did not he did not ransom the armor back. He gave it back, which again establishes him as fundamentally good and decent people, which you just didn't really see that much of before. And for all I really like seasons 1 to 4 of Game of Thrones and season 1 of House of the Dragon, it is markedly different than all of that. It's nice 100%. To see that there are people in this world who inspire some hope and some love in this world itself. People for the small folk to look up to, as well as people who just shit all over the small folk. It's kind of like, and I think it's what George R. R. Martin was kind of consciously doing, because these are just his procrastination stories. He had the model for Dunk and Egg in kind of the Hound and Arya, but particularly more like Brienne and Pod, really. And what he did was he turned these into 2 fully fleshed out characters. And obviously you had the massive and brilliant contrast between Dunk and Egg as well, which becomes better the more the story goes on. It's really good. And there's, like you said, there's real human stakes in it, and they're quite small. And you also know it's not just the quite, very sad sacrifice of wagering your horse to enter this tournament in the hopes of gaining a name for yourself, and so doing right by the person who trained you. But you're also seeing that he is probably putting in way more bets than he's able to pay back. Like, he is naive. He isn't really ready for this. And of course, there are several more episodes left, which might tell you something about how his first tournament experience is going to go. But it's,
as you said, like was it Baelor, the really nice Targaryen? I'm like, obviously he's not going to last long. This is Game of Thrones.
No fucking way, man.
His brother, who's more of an asshole, is definitely going to take out, or something's going to happen. There's no way a good guy is going to be prince to the throne.
It's like Remley and Stannis all over again. I'm like, which of these two you think's gonna make it? I'm just, they're gonna side with the one they can make more drama with for sure. But I don't regret that decision. I'll just say I went into the show ready to enjoy it, hoping it could live up to like the expectations I have for this world, and I'm impressed. I'm all in after episode 2.
So did you know what the show was about before entering it? Like before checking it out?
I did, because I'd read them all, but
my cat is named after the bald dude. So I'm kind of my cat's literally named after that kid. So I was familiar with the character, but not the whole story.
The one thing I did like is in episode 1, when he's talking about what's his name, his mentor, Duncan's mentor,
Arlen Along.
When he's talking, I mean, Jesus Christ, the Alpha Dung versus him. I don't know
the Alpha Dog. Yeah, it's legit. That's why I said it. I'm like, that's fucking like, is it a prosthetic?
Fucking huge, dude.
Bro, why did they need to do that? But, like, it's the talk of the town for sure.
But like in episode 1, Dunk is kind of misremembering. Like, he's saying, oh, he's really good, but all you ever saw him was slap him and kind of ignore him. In this one, you actually do see him give money to people, and actually knightly values that actually do inspire Dunk, which is what I really liked. Because if he was just a dickhead, then Duncan's he's imagined this knight that doesn't exist, whereas he actually did exist. He was just rough. He still had honor and values. He was just, he occasionally smacked Dunk around.
Getting drip feed in their history is good. And like getting the first part where he just seems like a dick, and then getting a little bit more nuance with this, it's enjoyable. I like his character, even though he doesn't really have a lot of dialogue or anything. But
what I prefer the most is the way that they do the tone is quite interesting, because the comedic parts are very comedic, but whenever it becomes serious, the fact that the characters take it so seriously, it lets the audience know that it's actually, shit is actually about to go down. And especially seeing Sir Duncan's reaction to the first, when they're going 4v4 in the first tourney, and when they actually crash, I was like, all right. So the action is pretty well made for the tourneys. Sir Duncan looks like is an actual person that I'm getting behind, because I fucking love this dude for some reason. He's just so likable.
He's super compelling.
He's super likable and compelling.
Even Egg, when Egg was doing the tug of war at the front of it, this is my dude. I fucking love this kid.
And then he's hanging on. He's useless. He's just like tied onto it, and he just
it's character. It's so much character. And him just being on pause during that scene would have sucked. But the fact that he got right in there, he wanted to be in the front, and he wanted to help, even though he weighs like 2 pounds. That's great.
Episode 2, the end of episode 2 had me really smiling. Like, I left with a huge smile on my face. I was like, yeah, this is probably going to be a really, really good show that I watch every week for sure.
Lionel getting a drink midway through had me fucking cracking up. Like, he's like, I'm thirsty.
He's a big muscly cunt. You'll do, and he picks Dunk up, and Dunk has to help.
Well, like, I can't believe these jokes work. I can't believe it works.
But as Platoon said, like at the very beginning of both episodes, you've had a joke. I literally think it's only for online, so people can literally go, look, there's a shit scene, there's a big dick scene,
It gets people
and then
talking.
but the rest of the comedy's organic. Like in that in the bottom right picture, like that scene's funny. Like where Dunk says, "Well, Egg, people used to call me stupid," and he doesn't ever like elaborate. And Egg goes, "And what?" He goes, "And what?" He goes, "How'd you get over it?" He goes, "I didn't get over it. I've got my own problems. Leave me alone."
No, it was Egg's expression when he's like, just trying to figure out like what's wrong with this dude completely, and they balance each other. And like this is an archetype we've seen many times, but I'm shocked at how refreshing it is, even though we know exactly like how it works. They work amazingly together.
The other comedic bit is when he's talking to Baylor, and then like who's his brother? The guy in the other Targaryen,
Maekor.
Maekor, yeah. When he finds out his sons are missing, and he goes, "I hope your sons aren't dead," and he just kind of looks at him, going, "What the fuck?" And he goes, and he runs out the room. Like he's trying to say something nice, but he clearly doesn't know how to talk to people, especially to lords.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the short episode lengths. I think help with the pacing a lot. Helps the humor land as well. Because I think that if this was a much longer, I think if they had put episode 1 and 2 in one big episode, it wouldn't have worked as well in terms of the cohesion. I don't know if you guys feel that as well.
It's weird because
I released 2 episodes together.
You could have done that, and I'm still undecided because I know that was sort of my takeaway from episode 1 is that I like where this is going, but I do wonder about its legs given how like it is so short, and it is there's only so much you can cram in. They cram a lot in, they make very good use of their time, but it's brief. And I'm still now undecided. Now I'm slightly more of the mind that no, it is just what good old-fashioned TV episodes used to be. They're leaving you wanting more, and that's a good sign. I'll probably decide firmly after episode 3 whether I like this episode format or whether it actually like fewer episodes but longer would have been better. But I'm leaning more in that direction than I was this time last week, so it's doing something right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this episode proved that it's capable. Like I was worried after the first one, I was a bit skeptical, but these two together, very strong foundation.
This one really hooks you in. Episode 2 is the fact that you see the actual violence that the tourney can go into. I think that's what really sells you on it, because you can see Sir Duncan's fear. It's like, am I actually enough? You know, even if he's this really hulking dude compared to everyone else, dude was fucking massive. I mean, he's probably just like 6'1", and everyone is 5'5". You know,
they showed his strength, and then they also showed his vulnerability and like how much he feels like is in over his head. In addition to have to part with his horse to get his armor, there's like a lot of things going on there, and the scene that they ended on was really strong.
And even then, like that's like basically the exhibition tournament match. It's not even the real thing yet. So that's how serious everybody takes it when they get going, how bloody and how skilled a lot of the people are in an exhibition match. The ones he's going to be involved with are going to be the real thing. And like you get the scene where he's by the fire, and obviously Egg's really enthused, and he's playing with the toy sword, and Dunk is kind of sitting there. It's sort of starting to dawn on him what he's let himself in for. For all of his natural abilities, it's that he has a huge amount to learn about how these people really fight, and he's now got so much writing on it as well. So it does just an excellent job of showing that your character has literally got stakes in this game, which is nice. Don't you like to see that?
In episode 1, he says to Lionel Baratheon, he says, "Well, I'm quick, I'm strong, but so are you, and you've been trained by masters your whole life. So what chance do I really have? Like, size isn't going to be enough. You need skill." Yeah, which again, but it is always good. Like, he does feel like an underdog, and it really, and the stakes do feel genuine, which I really like.
Yeah, everything about it. Also, keyword genuine.
Yeah,
I am kind of pissed off that they're doing this in 2 seasons, because they announced the 2nd season already. I thought this was going to be like a one and done, like limited series. I didn't know because
there's 3. Is it 3 published novellas?
Yeah,
and I think they're doing 1 per season. So that is up to 3, but then George R. R. Martin has, I think he planned originally to do 5, so obviously he hasn't finished them. But he's given the story outlines to the guy for, I think, up to 12 novellas. So depending on how quickly, if he gets around to writing them ever, that you could potentially have a really long-running, recurring like series out of this. It largely will depend, I think, how well it does. And obviously history isn't great when these shows catch up and then get too far beyond the source material. One of the things that is nice about like almost all the dialogue in this is either verbatim or very close to what is coming from the books, and people speak with a kind of realness, I suppose, that later Game of Thrones definitely lost. So there might be even just merit in them saying, like, once they get to the end of whatever George has published, they will stop. And if he wants to carry on getting paid for it, then he should carry on writing them. Incentivize him to do his fucking job.
Mm-hmm. Fucker. What do you think of the portrayal of Egg?
Kingdoms recommend. I recommend.
Just one last question. What do you think of the portrayal of Egg and like the mystery behind him? Like, if you went into this blank, how do you think they're handling it?
I wondered whether or not they were even really, because is it? I mean, I knew who he was, but now does anybody not? Because they haven't exactly hidden it. Yeah, you get this as soon as a character turns up and says, "My kids are missing." You could probably, and I think the book did try and sustain the mystery a little bit longer than that, but because the camera is functioning in this TV show, obviously. Whenever you get these long lingering shots of Egg looking at the dais with his own family, there's like, well, there's no real mystery there anymore. And so and that's fine. I mean, if they want to shift the narrative focus away from unraveling who he really is, because it's ultimately it is important, but it's not like the story isn't a mystery about that. It's just a mystery within the story. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they've chosen to make that less important because there's so much else going on.
Well, we also had we've had about 4 hints in this episode alone. Like, as you said, the banners, and then you have him when he's talking about the King's Guard. And he says, "Oh, he's from a son of crabbers," and he goes, "No, he doesn't. His dad owned half the crabbing fleet." And it's like, well, how would he know that? Other way? Yeah,
he's clearly highborn. That's one of the things they're not shying away from.
Like, him just being well spoken is enough of a hint, especially if you've seen Game of Thrones and you have the Arya Tywin scene, and she says "my lord" instead of "my lord."
Yeah, him being bald is a big thing if you're just familiar with reasons to why characters would be bald. Especially after Hot D season 2 legit has a character with the same thing, so there's a reason. Though I do think it works though, based on how they're showing it.
Well, Duncan, they don't even give an explanation why he's bald. Like, children shouldn't really be bald unless incredibly sick.
Yeah.
So if he went, "What's wrong with your head?" or something, he goes, "Well, I've got alopecia." Maybe, I mean, you wouldn't use that explanation, but they don't even try to explain it, because I think it's right. Most people will work out he's a Targaryen.
I think the only thing it's missing for me is I feel like Dunk at some point should have had a question of "Bro, why are you bald?" Just what is this? They've had enough time to have that back. Yeah. He's
it's normal. Yeah. But it's not normal for a kid to be bald unless he's sick. So you would bring it up, and I think that's it. They're just people are gonna know. Fuck it.
Still good. Still good. Perfect casting. They're both doing amazing.
Well, that I guess brings us to the end of topics, so we can progress to super chats.
Break them out.
Yeah, I assume this is all of them, and that it's not done that thing where it just deletes a bunch of them that get sent before the show starts. So we will see. Wonder Girl for $10. Friendly reminder that Markiplier's movie Iron Lung comes out in theaters globally this Friday. Please cover it, guys. Whether it turns out to be good or bad, the more attention it gets, the better. Is it necessarily the better? Because I figure if it comes out and it's bad, then Hollywood gets told, well, that's the last 2 YouTubers we hired who made movies are shit, so we're not hiring any more of them.
I'm excited for it either way. I'll be watching it.
Is he talented? I don't know anything about Markiplier.
I think this is... Yeah, I think this is his first major movie, so I'm curious to see what he does. But the track record for YouTubers making shows or movies is not very good.
You only have Raka Raka that made good stuff. That was probably it.
I mean, Olin Rogers,
Lights Out? Lights Out. They got the concept.
David F. Sandberg. Yeah, David F. Sandberg. He still does YouTubes from time to time. He posts his behind the scenes stuff. Well, he did Lights Out, Shazam. The most recent thing he did was Until Dawn. So
the Bringer Back was made from YouTuber. Someone is mentioning as well.
Yeah, that's why I said Raka Raka.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's the name of the YouTubers. They're 2 Australian guys. They made Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. So yeah. But Markiplier, I think he's gonna make some money. Yeah, they made short films for that. That is true. Markiplier,
he had some experience
streaming. Yep.
Yeah, games and stuff like same as Chris Duckman. Chris Duckman's just a reviewer. He doesn't actually film or practice or anything.
No, he did have a short film. He did have the short film of the dude debating. It was so fucking shit. Yeah, it was terrible. The acting, the directing, the cuts, everything about it was bad. Yeah,
Dude,
I don't even agree with him being a good
BVS
director. I think he's just fucking crap, man. I feel like I'm the harshest when it comes to Chris, because I heard everyone say it was written like shit. The movie sucks, but he's got some talent as a director. Where? Just fucking bitch walking around with the camera the whole movie. Like I don't see it. He didn't do anything impressive to me, and like. That's me being as honest as I can with this film.
I know from what I've seen from the Iron Lung trailer, it's not really interesting to me. The game, I tried playing it, I tapped out after 45 minutes. I was just like, yeah, this is just not interesting to me. Markiplier, I'm not too sure of his capabilities. I do wish him the best though. They've already sold about 5 million in pre-sales. So I think if the movie was already about 5, maybe 6 million budget, they've covered a lot of that.
It's made more money in pre-sales than Shelby Oaks made theatrically. So
Jeez. Oh, that must hurt Chris's pride. That sucks.
So yeah, I don't know. We try.
Well, we may check it out depending on if topics align.
Well, Markiplier has 38 million subscribers.
Oh fucking hell!
That's insane. Like Chris Tuckerman, how much does he have? Like.
Does he even have 2, 3? I don't even know.
Markiplier's he's one of like the OG YouTubers though, so he's been accumulating that for like 2 decades at this point.
Yeah, Chris Tuckerman has 2 million. He has nearly 19 times the fan base.
Well, that makes a bit of sense then, I suppose.
Yeah, Markiplier is massive, dude.
Yeah, he is pretty big.
It's huge.
I'd never heard of him before people started saying, oh yeah, Markiplier's making a movie. It's like, oh, good for him, whoever he is.
He's that Asian guy that would pop up. That's all I remember. I went, oh, this Asian guy keeps popping up, and that's all I'd say.
You've probably seen his face or heard his voice in clips. Like he's one of those guys like Asmongold who's just going to be thrown into things, right?
Okay. It's G. Wame or it's Kwame. One of the two for €2. I'd pay good dollars for Reaper and Platoon podcast, or we're fucking here. What do you do? You just did.
You just did. You paid $2 good.
And thank you very much for the euros that you paid.
Yeah, but what would it be? It'd be him trying to explain shit to me and me not getting it, and then him getting even more angry that I can't get it, and then me getting angry because I'm too stupid.
You can discuss the state of the UK and how fucked and retarded it is right now in terms of the policies.
That's an endless podcast, that one.
Go.
TGV Monster for $2. Hi everyone, good seeing you all. Good to see you too. TGV Monster again for $5. Did you hear about the rumor of Tobey's Spider-Man universe being destroyed in the beginning of Doomsday by the X-Men? Sounds very on brand for Disney. I did not hear that rumor, and it does sound retarded enough for Disney to do it.
That was a rumor circulating last month when there was an alleged script or like plot leak. There we go.
How do the X-Men destroy a universe?
Professor X rolls over Aunt May's throat with razor blades.
Apparently they're from like the same universe, but like they don't, even though they go back to their universes at the end of No Way Home, those aren't their exact universes. So then if I remember, like they try to correct it or whatever, but then it just ends up.
So Doctor Strange was retarded twice in making the bad spell and then sending them back to the wrong place and causing incursions.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Well, one leak is saying it's Steve Rogers' fault for going back in time, and now another one saying it's Doctor Strange, but it's someone in the Avengers' fault for destroying the universe.
Yes.
Whose rules are they going to follow in terms of incursions and whatnot? Is it going to be the Loki rules? Is it going to be fucking like Endgame rules? Is it going to be
Wolverine? Have you got like anchor beings as well? It's because incursions are one thing, anchor beings are another thing. So in theory, like you wouldn't need incursions because if Tony is the anchor being of one universe and he's dead, then that's also a broken. I don't know. It's going to be a mess, but I'm looking forward to finding out what their answer is going to be, if they even bother. We'll see.
It's gonna be stupid anyways if that's what happens, because it kind of just destroys the characterization of the X-Men if they destroy Tobey Maguire's world. Tobey Maguire's world. Sorry.
Well, we've got 3. The leak confirmed that they are going to be using 3 versions of Earth. So there's like the main one, which most of the MCU takes place in. Then there's the version of Earth that's in the Fox X-Men universe, and then there's the version that the Fantastic Four are in.
But in the Fox X-Men universe, in Deadpool and Wolverine, there was literally the Fox logo. Like, what? Huh?
Yeah. That was a joke, though. It still exists. It just means that Wolverine has come over. That's all that meant.
absolute mess.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's just.
TGV Monster for another $5. Resident Evil 9 in a few weeks. Looking forward to exploring Raccoon City 30 years later after the bomb. Hoping you can explore it and it's not just a cutscene or brief part. Yeah, I know nothing about Resident Evil 9, but I may have to play it. Assume it is a game.
It's a
I
game.
just want to play as Leon again.
You play Leon for a bit. You play mostly a girl. I think Leon is going to serve as Chris Redfield did in Resident Evil 8, where he kind of comes in at the end to kill everyone. Because I think they said we want... Sorry, go on.
Is this the one? I'm sure I read something about like you can play as one of two characters, and it's a little bit like the Assassin's Creed thing, where they have just very different play styles depending on which one you go with. Is that Resident Evil 9 or is that something else? Oh,
yeah, you play Leon, who kills everyone at the end. I think that'll be it. Like, it'll just cut to him. He's fighting. You play a girl, and her one's just running around, getting away from the monsters. You're helpless.
Yeah, and it's almost like a different genre depending on which character you're playing, right? So one of them's like action horror, and the other one is survival horror. In which case, I'll just be playing the one with all of the guns, so I can get through the game more quickly.
Leon.
Well, they actually said they respected Leon Kennedy because they went, we wanted a horror game, but he's killed like hundreds and thousands of zombies. He wouldn't be scared. So they went, we added an original character so she could act as the scary moments of the game, and Leon comes in and kicks ass.
Is she an original character? I thought it was Ethan's daughter.
She's a daughter, or she's related to one of a character that's appeared before. So.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I think Ethan's daughter was in a DLC for number 8.
Yes.
I think
she was. She was. Yeah.
Rose or something. Name.
My mistake then. I thought it was Ethan's daughter.
No, this is Grace Ashcroft. I think she's just new. An FBI technical analyst.
Oh, okay.
She's the daughter of Elisa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak. That's
there we go.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember Outbreak.
Well, I'm looking forward to going into that with absolutely no foreknowledge whatsoever. I've only seen the Mila Jovovich movies, and there.
Honestly, you should play the RE2 and RE4 remakes.
I don't have time for that. What are you talking about? I'll barely have time for this one when it comes out. Maybe one day.
Plus RE2 is like a puzzle. Like you've got to keep running around, get the blue key for this door. And so RE2 is going to take up way more time.
Oh, fuck
There's like 20 hours.
I'm skipping the 4.
Hemorrhoid herds for $2 appropriately. 47 Celsius, 116 Fahrenheit on Australia Day. Me and 40 chicken in pool.
My God,
What?
dude.
What does that mean?
I think he's sitting in the pool eating 40 pieces of chicken.
Oh.
Or he's 40 and he's eating
alive. 40 chickens in the pool.
Legit chilling, swimming with chickens is what I'm reading here.
Or he's 40 and he's eating a live chicken in the pool.
Oh, maybe he's got 40 chicks in the pool.
Maybe 40 chicks in the pool? Yeah, that could also be the case.
He's living life either way.
Or one 40-year-old chick in the pool. There's lots of ways we can construe this, but whatever it is, it sounds hard, so you should carry on doing it.
Wait, what time is Australia?
What time?
Because it'd be like 6 or 7 o'clock there. Like, it's really early to go in the pool.
If it's 40 something
Celsius, though.
I'll be sleeping in the pool if that's the temperature.
That's Australia though. Like it's hell basically. The animals are huge and
and it's summer over there now as well. Even worse. Flame Tiger 92734 for $10. As someone who enjoys all media, including anime, I agree with Little Platoon that most anime is shit. This applies to all media, but it applies to anime as well. The good ones are really good though. I'm sure they are. I would say it applies especially to anime,
horror as well.
But it does also apply to every other genre too.
Yeah, horror and anime are the two ones that come to mind for that, where it's 90% shit,
definitely.
But the good stuff is there's a reason it's praised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Especially when you have like thousands fucking different animes called the day I swallowed Squirt and fucking Demon Hunter. Like, oh my God.
They'll watch anything that's animated and they'll just praise it. And then there's horror people that will like their standards for horror are like painful to watch. It's just like
we've gotten to the point where anime is only praised for animation, which is kind of fucking annoying because like, dude, there's so many different things. Oh, people are like, oh yeah, this is the great new anime. It's like, yeah, because the animation is good, but the story is dog shit.
You know, animation. some of the best animes of shit animation. Like it's not all about that. It's about the characterization, the concepts,
the storytelling.
The storytelling. That's what really wins people over. The animation is always secondary.
Intent matters for €10. What's this? 4 BSUPs in a row without silently cancelling the show. You're spoiling us. If you continue like this, you will have to remove the P from BSUP. Now, if only we could get After Dark back. One day, we might do that. One day.
When everyone's not so damn busy. We're supposed to do trivia tonight, too, when everyone's got shit
Was
to
that
do.
tonight? Shit.
Well, it could have been. No, I said, fuck it, I'll do it. We'll save it because you got shit to do. Vex wasn't even supposed to stay this long. But after all the work that's got into the video, we definitely got to do it eventually.
Oh, we're definitely doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to make sure you guys are the mood is right. I don't want
an episode aside for it.
100%. I'll do it.
Can I just say I like the idea of BSU because then it could sound like you attend BSU, like we could be a school for people. So
where are we? Question for the panel. Innovative Nutmeg for 2298. Isn't that Boogies? It's Boogie 229. Innovative Nutmeg for €5. Question for the panel. Is there a best picture winner you didn't think deserved the award? I'm going to tell this to the panel. Ooh,
Chicago. Suck my fucking dick. Fellowship should have won. You piece of shit. I will always be salty over that. Fucking
Shape of Water is mine.
What? I like Shape of Water. What was it?
I don't like Shape of Water.
What did it beat out?
It was. Let me see what was. I don't know what it beat out, but it didn't deserve a Best Picture win.
So it beat out.
I don't know if it deserved. I might agree with that.
Brooks, let me give you the list. So it had Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, which is the movie about what's his name, Churchill, Dunkirk, Get Out, really, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Actually, 3 Billboards. Yeah, 3 Billboards should have won that year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the other movies. I'm not familiar enough with the other movies, but I do think Shape of Water is pretty strong. Like making like almost an adult version of Beauty and the Beast, and the performances and the practical effects, everything came together really solidly. So
is this you confirming you are indeed a furry?
What? Jedi likes fish porn.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
her fucking a fish man is a bit weird, but the movie was really charming.
It was literally about an old, unattractive woman in the 50s who somehow is so powerful that she masturbates every chance she gets and meets a government experiment that instead of being scared for or wanting to learn about, decides to also fuck. Like she's a freak.
She was a freak. It's a lesson in freakiness. Like
not Oscar worthy.
Fucking fish.
For me, I'll go with Honora. Honora is my pick.
Fuck that one too. Yeah, fuck Honora.
Yeah.
Games.
Why am I getting shit up for this when my answer was Chicago? Yeah, that was their answer.
I don't remember Chicago, to be fair. So if I did, maybe I would.
Reason it won Best Picture, you don't even fucking remember it. Like that says a lot.
Sty Games 450 for $6.99 Canadian. Here's a tough question. What if Rian Johnson returned to Star Wars to make his trilogy, and the only way to undo it is to play Lord of Ring on PS4? So I think he actually has a quote. It may have been in an interview today or yesterday. It's quite recent, where he said something like, "Oh no, it'd be an honor to be asked back to do another Star Wars. I'm an even bigger fan now than I was when I did The Last Jedi." That fills me with dread. So I think I would definitely play Lord of Ring on PS4 to undo it, because I can undo basically several decades of damage in about 16 hours. So yes.
The man made one Star Wars film, just one, and the damage he fucking did to this IP, it's incredible.
Is this the same person that did the super chats a couple weeks ago asking you to play Lord of Ring on PS4 and Xbox?
I think so, yeah. Very keen. Apparently making me do it once is not enough. More and more Lord of Ring. Hemorrhoid Hurts Wolf, $2 Blake 7, first season AI Judge Courtroom Dystopia. I've not seen Blake 7, but I have heard of it. I hear it's good, I think. Anyone seen it?
Nope.
Never heard of
it. Yeah, get my lap sign for $10 Canadian. Hey guys, I've been watching old films that predate my life since so many current ones are subpar. I recommend Death Race 2000 from 1975 and Megazone 23 from 1985. What films that predate you do you like?
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh my god!
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
god!
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Oh, we're on with a toddler.
For me,
Diapers over there, bro.
for me, it's the original Nosferatu and then Predator, the original Predator.
There's loads of like old black and white
Alien.
ones that I tend to just stick on. Like Witness for the Prosecution, that's good. Original Dunkirk is very good, much better than the Nolan film.
12 Angry Men.
There's 12 Angry Men, wonderful film. Yeah.
Easy pick.
And those are
It's
just
where
like
it turns
the
out you're
50s,
70.
60s ones.
Like a 90-year-old man.
No, Rosemary's Baby is definitely one that comes to mind. Like
Yeah,
that movie
good
was
film.
like it was on my mind like for a week after watching that movie.
Ephraim says
any-
Tetsuo. That's a good one as well. Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Tetsuo's a banger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is any good movie that was made before the 1990s. So there's a lot of them. Like all of Star Wars really should live there.
Terminator, RoboCop,
Yeah.
all them. Yeah.
It's amazing movies.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
The
You weren't
Thing.
alive for Silence of the Lambs.
Wait, hold on a second.
When did that come out?
91.
That was 91, yeah.
I
don't
was
think
still
I was alive for
swimming
that.
in a ball sack.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it. Shit.
93 December.
Oh,
So very end of December. Yeah.
Justin.
Intent Matters for €5. That was a very specific title for your Fallout video, Reaper. Do you know that from experience, perhaps?
Oh, I wrote Fallout 1 sucks harder than a Russian whore.
I don't know how you get away with using horror in your title. That's crazy.
Did that get
Because
demonetized by any chance?
No, it didn't. I don't know what the rules
I
are.
don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you say that it was for educational purposes? Is that why they
No.
allowed it?
I said Snow White was worse than AIDS. I got an AIDS warning in the bottom, and then I got monetized. Yeah, my other videos with better titles don't get demonetized. It don't make any sense, this system.
No, it's completely busted. There's no consistency to it. We're all just winging it as we go, pretty much. Nobody knows.
I mean, it's a hard life, Russia. I mean, they could probably suck the fucking, skin off a rhinoceros. I mean, they're fucking hardy people.
Imperial Fist Stand for $5. Real Silent Hill 2 movie would be just the game put onto screen. Great acting in the remake. Watched the Stillness ending to see that. Made me tear up.
Yep. That's the bad ending, because he's in the car and he laments and then he kills himself.
Oh, that was cheerful.
Like he literally goes, I can't go on anymore. It's not like as the film describes, where he just goes wee into the river. And then he wakes up in the hospital going, oh, your wife died. He goes, oh. Completely different.
Rudes42 for $9.99. Hope you're well. I've been showing my dad the DCAU. Finished Batman, starting Superman. Every episode, he's like, why wasn't this made into live action? Or why is this better than any movies I've seen?
Yeah, DCAU is really, really good. DCAU is fantastic, especially if you watch them in order. I think you have to stop after a while because there's just too many, especially if you're watching from, I think, 2000 and maybe 11 or 10, if I remember correctly. There's a pretty good sequential manner to watch them. Most of the DCAU movies are very, very good in my opinion.
Cannoli's a hardcore Batman fan, and he loves those animated ones. And he got me into, like, there was a good month where I was just watching Batman animated. Honestly, they for me, they're better than any of the good Batman movies at this point, man. Like leagues above.
Yeah, it's true. Some of the best Batman content is animated. They're usually well done.
And it turns a profit for WB too. Like, it's not box office profits, but like these are like productions that are well under $1 million, and they'll gain anywhere from 13 to 25 million per release.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imperial Fist down for another $10. James is such a great character. He does a terrible thing and is haunted by it, but you completely understand why he did what he did. How hard is it to treat that character with respect? It deserves more.
Sounds like something that could be interesting if they do it properly, but how many attempts have we had?
Well, there's so much interesting and complex thing to do with his character, as we said, and as of course the super chat is saying, because there's just so much underlaying things that you can add to one particular scene. It's like the scene isn't just him speaking with this. It's like under this you have the trauma, under this you have this being a representation of the trauma. There's like so much to work with, and they just didn't do or explore anything.
I mean, that's the one of two big problems with video game adaptations is video games aren't linear, right? Like the entire experience and weight of what you're witnessing is built on how you're playing, and then all of these little extra elements in the world that help build up to those like cutscene moments or boss fights and the ending of the story. You can't translate that to film very easily because now you're taking out all of the context as to why those characters and scenes matter. So it's like a combination of that. Plus, we're just kind of in an era of, at least for the big studios, writers that just don't know how to write and don't really have a creative bone in them. So it's just, I honestly just wish that Hollywood, the West, will just stop making video game adaptations because they're all going to be bad. All of them, without a doubt.
And we're getting God of War.
How did we get Arcane season 1? That's the only one where I'm like, it destroys the entire
lightning
period.
In a bottle.
Lightning in a bottle. Legitimately one of the best examples of lightning in a bottle, because I went into that so prepared to hate it, and I thought it was phenomenal. I'm just like, I just wish more series can get that treatment and the amount of respect that they put into it, and just not have it fall apart like they did in season 2. But yeah, for the most part, it's just shit. The Last of Us season 1, I think, was good, and then season 2, absolute dog shit. Couldn't even finish it.
I actually thought Last of Us season 1 was pretty bad because, like, the first game is already a script for a movie, so just adapt it one for one. But they made all of these weird decisions to try and spread out the story, as well as inject like a lot more, cultural politics into it. So I was severely disappointed with season 1 as a result. It could have been easy peasy, bag it. But they didn't do that.
What do you think they did best? I didn't play the game, so I can't really have that perspective on it. But what did you think they did best?
In the game
of,
or the show?
adaptation?
The adaptation. What's the best thing that they did?
Atmosphere,
the best part of season 1, when it closely followed the game, like when she kills that pedophile in that town, like that's more close to the games. When they added all the new stuff, it was just boring subplots that didn't go anywhere, or extra information that kind of just bloated the story.
Right.
The deaf black kid and his brother, was that a part of the book? Or sorry, part of the game?
He's in it, but he's not deaf, and they just kind of added that in for no real, numbers diversity.
They're very, very brief side characters, if anything, but like the core of what the show was missing was that the entire game is just one long story about a father without a daughter who finds a daughter, and they begin bonding in the way that he wished he could have with his now dead daughter. And they just took all of that to put in these like little filler escapades that don't do much of anything. Like it's literally culture politics.
It's like if you've played the game and you watch the show, I think that you're gonna have a much easier time, because you're sort of filling in the blanks that Joel has in his relationship with Ellie in the adaptation. However, if you're someone who's solely watching the adaptation, knowing almost nothing about the games, I think that you'll see that their chemistry and him really becoming a father figure to her and her becoming a daughter to him, there are a lot of gaps into where we need to go to reach that ending, so the climax doesn't hit as much. And which is why I think episode 3 is the best episode, which is the gay episode where you don't even have.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. That it's so funny. I'm curious as a panel. How did everyone think about that? That was the best episode.
Yeah, I'd say that's the best standalone. I can understand people who complain that it slightly damaged the pacing of the show as a whole, but as a self-contained episode of television, it was the strongest one, I think, by some distance.
Yeah.
Like in the show, in the games, Joel and Ellie are like, they're more likable. Joel's a better survivor. He's more experienced. Like when they meet the black kids in the show, the black kid, like the deaf black kid, somehow doesn't step on glass and wake Joel up and ambushes him. Whereas in the game, Joel gets ambushed, he immediately turns it on the brother and beats the shit out of him, and then the kid comes in with the gun. Like he's way smarter, he's way more experienced, he runs into less traps, and he's more brutal, which it would be. In this one, it softens Joel and makes Ellie a little bit more unlikable. Like she's a bit
You know
more of
what?
an asshole.
As someone who hasn't even played the games, I can see that because I was like, this dynamic would work much better if Joel was a stronger figure and like a better presence than he is now. Like even him having the panic attacks, I wasn't feeling that.
They make Ellie
maybe that's
too
one
much of
side
an
of it.
independent character from the get-go,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense
Yep.
because she would have been like 10 when everything went down. So reasonably, she doesn't have that skill to do that. And then they fill it in with the dumb lesbian orphanage plot line that happens around like what episode 6 or 7 of the first season. So
Yeah, he
it
never
just,
has a
it just
panic
doesn't
attack.
capture. Yeah. It just doesn't capture the essence of Joel, and it doesn't capture the essence of Ellie. So it's sort of its own thing. Although, like the set design, all of that stuff, all the visuals that you're seeing, really good, really reminiscent of the game, captures the atmosphere perfectly. But in terms of capturing the characters themselves, I don't think that it does.
So do you
really
think
misses
casting
the
is the biggest thing that the show is missing? Like
casting is not the
No.
issue. Casting is not the issue. The script is the issue. It just doesn't give you the same characters that you have in the game. I don't think that they necessarily have to do the same actions, but the essence of the character is not there.
Right. Like you
know,
could still
Bella-
have Bella Ramsey. I don't like her as an actor, and she's really hard to look at. But like you could still have her and
potato,
Pedro
man.
Pascal. But if you have the heart of them trying to become like this unconventional family unit, it works. But the writing from the get-go is just messy and not good.
Even in The Last of Us 2, when they adapted the games, they somehow added changes that made it even worse. She's a bigger cunt in the show than she was in the game, and she was a cunt in the game.
Yeah, too much autonomy in the game, in the TV show. Sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand her in the first few episodes. I wanted to smack her. She was so annoying. But I think her acting improved towards the end of the season. I still think the relationship was a bit forced, and then they shat themselves in season 2, and I want nothing to do with this show ever again.
Yeah, you see, relationship was forced. Exactly.
Yeah, like remember, I'm infected. Let's scissor, and he just started going at each other, even though she's just been bitten.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
TGV Monster 24 for $5. Silent Hill movie should be like a Resident Evil movie, a movie that takes place in the universe / mythos, but is its own thing with a legacy character.
I agree with that.
Well, that's what every Silent Hill game is. It's a new character's new story.
Well, it's just like I was saying earlier, it's like especially with horror games, because it's like the experience of you going through all of that and hearing those things and killing those things that make it scary, and you can't just condense that and translate that into film. So you inevitably have to go with a somewhat original idea, but you can take like the right inspiration, not this dumbass inspiration in this newest movie, and kind of make something original. The Resident Evil movies are also just a bad example, but like I get what that super chat's saying.
And everyone fucking forgets about the RIPD. Is it? No, Raccoon RCPD. There it is. Fucking RCPD. The one that they made not too long ago, 2022, I think. The adaptation.
Oh, the one where Leon was like Indian. Is that one we're talking
about?
Yeah,
Pakistani Leon.
Yeah. Leon Singh.
Don't go this way, sir.
Oh shit! My Bitcoin's been open. Fuck. Have I been lagging like throughout this, or was it just that one time?
It was just that one time.
Yeah, just occasionally. Not much. Romeo Tango N-word Zeta for 10 New Zealand dollars. Platoon, I've just listened to your Foundations of June for the 10th time. Brilliant stuff. Blue is utterly demolishing Kim, I'm Trashian. Oh god, this bit's in foreign. Felix, felicitations, poor son retarder white. Sings Reaper and Jedi.
That was a good. It was a good. You tried. You tried.
Good attempt.
Barely, but yes.
Merci beaucoup.
And again, for 5 New Zealand dollars, Blue, after Gunn, Superman, Man of Steel, not looking so bad. Come on, mate, admit it. Man of Steel is a better movie. Okay, that's very faint praise. See, it's been so long since I've seen Man of Steel that I wouldn't comfortably say it's better, but I'm willing to believe that Man of Steel is better than James Gunn's Superman.
It's probably
it's better
probably
than
less problems in it right off the bat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the Lex multi-universe bullshit, and the harem stuff. How do you compete with that?
But it is faint praise indeed. Like Man of Steel still sucks.
Yeah, they both suck.
Well, what's that scene? Well, you have the tornado scene where he could have saved them, and then you have the other scene where he says, "Those kids were going to drown. You shouldn't have used your powers." And he goes, "Maybe." And he goes, "Maybe." Yeah.
Okay, Paul Kent is a cunt. He ruins the whole movie. But ignoring him, I would say it's still better structured. It has one good scene where he's like, "Yo, I grew up in Kansas. I could, if I wanted to escape, I could fuck you all up. But I'm trying to be civil here." That one scene is better than anything in James Gunn's.
Although it kind of betrays the point because he destroys a satellite saying, "Don't follow me," and he goes, "We can't trust you." He goes, "I live in Kansas." He went, "You destroy the satellite so they can't track you, and then you say you grew up in Kansas. Are you an idiot?"
I mean,
I think this is before that when he's actually handcuffed and sitting down. That one was a strong scene, but then it all gets contradicted by his actions later.
Yeah,
stupid film.
Captain Bucky O'Hare for £5 in 2022. If you lived in the USA, you were more likely to be attacked by Ezra Miller than a shark.
I like that statistic.
And it's true, which makes it even better. And again, for £5, I'd watch a Superman movie where he lands in Liverpool and grows up making bird noises and pretending they're words.
You think I'm bad? If you hear a girl with my accent, she sounds like a tea kettle. She goes, when they get emotional, they go unbelievably high pitched. Dogs start barking.
Gosh, I want to hear this.
No, you don't. It's horrible.
Oh shit.
Bonesaw is ready, 926 for $10. Anybody watching A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Cynic, you may actually like that, and you really don't have. We've tried these arguments with him before, man.
We've tried every angle, sir. We've tried payment. We've tried bribery, peer pressure. We've tried it all. We have to literally kidnap him and hold him down and be like, "Look, this is Ned. This is Tyrion. Watch, all right? Just like I don't know what we got to do." But
it has to go a Clockwork Orange on me.
Yeah.
But like this and House of Dragon, you don't need anything. You can just jump right into them. But you get the sense of the world. It might make you even like I said, the first episode of this gave me blue balls to the point where I rewatched pretty much all of House of the Dragon, waiting for this next one to come out because I love the world, right? So. Yeah, it's not your thing, but I think it'd be cool if you could watch this with us and talk about it each week because this show is pretty funny, man. It's
just
I wasn't expecting it to be so charming.
The links I've uploaded them. Just click the goddamn link. It's one click.
And Arlen's sword was on par with the alpha dog. Like, what the fuck was that? I agree with Platoon. The shock value at the beginning is a bit much. It gets people's attention, but then they tone it down and everything is quality from then. Because the shit scene, I like after the shit scene and the dick scene, I feel like everyone is expecting some shocking event at the beginning of every episode to get people's attention. But
I'm sorry, a shit and dick scene? What?
Well, episode one has him like he has diarrhea by a tree, just as the music's about.
Not even that.
In.
They cut back from. They play. Oh, sorry.
No.
Game of Thrones theme, yeah.
Yeah, they play the theme, so you think it's going to be this inspirational moment, and then it cuts to him just taking a shit by the tree. So a lot of people interpret it as them shitting on season 8, but it's also them just trying to show what type of show this is going to be.
Yeah, that was the main thing they were trying to do. Is like what they want is that very, very strong opening visual gag to tell you something that and the thing they want to tell you specifically is that this isn't going to be quite like all the other Game of Thrones related media. I think that's quite clear just from watching everything else in it, though. So it's kind of like you didn't need to do it, but I do understand why you did.
The chair joke nailed it for me. Of like, if we're gonna the Ashford chair, we're gonna tie you up and fuck you bloody. And then he just said, "No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing." We don't do that type of shit here. Like that, it's perfect.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Yeah, I love that. Everything from his horking to everything. I just love when a character can take over a scene, even though they're only getting like 3 minutes of screen time. I really enjoyed that. But the show is strong, man. The show is strong, and I didn't think the jokes would land and be as effective as they are, but it's everything is just. I can't wait for episode 3. That's what I'm ramping up to.
Big T 1519 for $9.99. Why do multiverse projects use spaghetti? Ant-Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Kang spaghettied in Ant-Man 3. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness in Loki Season 2, and Batman use it to explain timelines. Are they hungry or something?
They probably have CGI presets and they're the least expensive things to do.
Loki Season 2 ripped off the Thanos snap, and I'll always fucking hate that show for it. It's so fucking lame and gay, and they did a crappier version of the Infinity War snap, and it's just yeah, if you just skip, pretend it never existed. If you like Loki from the Avengers and the MCU in general, it's fine, but just don't watch his shows. It'll just confuse you.
Big T for another $4.99. Superman is a good character. It's just we haven't had a good Superman story since the 90s/early 2000s DC animated shows and Smallville. I blame the writers. Yes.
You know what? I actually started watching Smallville for the first time a couple of days ago, and I can't get past episode 3 because man, that dude is just too sexy, man. Tom Welling is that his
What?
No joke. Like I'm just like, damn, this dude is gonna make me gay or something. Like
the big reveal. Here it is.
For real. I was like, damn. Like
your sexual preferences are just genuinely baffling. Women need to be like well past the wall, but then men need to be barely legal. What?
He's a handsome bastard. Can't hate on the man. Like it was actually cool to see. I wasn't I saying this like a year ago. Old man Superman with Tom Welling would be a better idea than this stupid James Gunn Superman because people the nostalgia is there.
Well, didn't they had him in I think it was the CW's
Crisis on Infinitism. That's the one. Yeah,
yes, that was the only good part of that. Seeing like, oh shit, it's fucking Smallville, Tom. Like,
doesn't he punch Goober Lex in the face when he's reading from the book of whatever the fuck? It's such a
he doesn't have powers. He gave up his powers to be like a normal dude, and so like Lex comes up, he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? He just punches him. He's like, fuck off, dude. Done. But yeah, Tom Welling, what a sexy man, just for real.
Apparently threateningly sexy to the point where you can't even watch the show.
I can't get past episode 3.
I'll let you know what happens 3 seasons in, all right?
He's gonna be that. What is that meme with was it one of the kids' dads from South Park where he's just covered in cum, like in the chair?
Randy, yeah.
He's gonna be Chinese censored anime at the end of the show. That's what he's gonna be.
I think Zach Brannigan says the same thing where he goes, I love that guy, and I also have some feelings that are weird and deeply confusing.
Mark Onan for $20 Canadian coming in late, so not sure. But have you guys seen No Other Choice? Old boy director, an excellent, hilarious film. I have not seen it. Has anyone here seen it?
Yes, it was one of my top 3 of last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
it, like honestly,
really
I would rank it as one of the best films of this century.
Damn.
Not even this decade, this century. Like it's seriously a genuine shame that it got snubbed by every award show. I highly recommend if there's any movie from last year or even just this century that you must watch, No Other Choice is that movie. Actually, hold on, no. Because there are some other good movies this century.
That's what dude. The century is huge. You know what we're
right?
talking
Okay.
about.
If there's a movie you have to watch from this decade, make it No Other Choice.
Does this mean Reaper's seen it and fucking hates it?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Reaper.
Honestly, if Reaper hates this, like it's over. Like I have no faith left in humanity anymore.
I like the movie. I don't agree with Vex where it's like incredible, like crazy on your century list, but like I think it's a really solid Park Chan-wook movie, and you know, especially considering his filmography, like the bar is already quite high.
Yes,
this is actually like it not only reaches the bar, but it clears it just a bit. So yeah,
I've liked his other stuff. I liked Old Boy, so it's like it's The Handmaiden. Did he do The Handmaiden?
He did. I think no. Yeah, it was The Handmaiden. I think.
Yeah, I like that one.
Was that something else? I did like
Korean.
I literally have all of his movies on my desktop right now, so I could just look it up. Yeah,
I'll probably like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the reason everyone's ignoring this too is because it's like a man trying to be a man, not just like a fucking pussy and let the woman take over everything. So like there's a very significant like men have this specific role and they have to like honor that kind of duty sort of deal for the character's motivations.
Well, as you said, Parasite was only, people only watch that movie because of the eat the rich messaging.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a big factor in the movie. The storytelling was actually effective, but the message that people like attached to the film gave it even more prestige. That like I think that's part of the reason it won. But I think that didn't it negative in the long run. A lot of people think it's overrated because of that. When it's actually a good movie. I enjoyed Parasite. It's just the hype and all the shit that people attach to it. And then Joker had like the opposite, where or it made $1 billion because of all the controversy surrounding it. People thinking you're gonna get shot going into the theater. You know, it's strange how these things can affect the film.
That was so weird. I remember that. Yeah.
It was so stupid. I remember Gary telling like he had to like their armed security and whatnot, and it's like legit people checking bags. I'm like, it's a fucking movie. And then what happens? Someone gets shot at the Frozen fucking theater. Or
oh, you know what it was though? It's because when The Dark Knight came out in 2008, there was that dude in Colorado that went. Yeah, so that's why they did it.
Christian Bale. No, it wasn't just that specifically. It was like they felt like it was gonna like like the king of the incels, and they were all gonna rise up because of this movie.
I vividly remember like a lot of like theaters were putting out statements, and a lot of news organizations were publishing articles that because of the subject matter of the film and because of the last time the Joker showed up on the big screen,
it might inspire a copycat killer, but then that would be additionally motivated by the subject matter of the film, because you're both right, like Jedi's right as well. There was a huge amount of talk at that time about this being like, oh, it's going to be, this is like all the suppressed white male incel rage is going to be channeled through the Joker movie, and that people are going to go start shooting everyone.
I also think you have it mixed up. It wasn't Joker. It was Dark Knight Rises. He's not in that movie. That's the Bane one.
No, 2008.
No, the Dark Knight Rises.
No, I'm saying this is the first time the Joker has appeared in cinema since The Dark Knight.
Oh, I was referring to the shooting that happened.
Yeah, but the shooting was Dark Knight Rises in 2012. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that's a much bigger factor.
It was, yeah.
Often mistaken for the 2008 event, so the AI's even saying Vex gets it mixed up.
Character back over here for £2. Best rapper in movies. John Cena has a rap album.
So? Yeah, Cenalytics, man.
I still pick Eminem and 8 Mile as the best one I've seen, because he played a full character. There was a lot of difficult scenes.
Is that movie actually worth watching? I've never seen it.
And because most of the other ones are like side characters. You never saw 8 Mile?
Nope.
It's decent.
Huh?
No, it's worth it.
8 Mile is excellent. It's excellent. It's for in terms of a movie that's 8 Mile is excellent. It works as a film even if you're not an Eminem fan or a rap fan, and it'll get you in. The freestyle battle at the end is like, even if you don't care about freestyles, they build it up to the point where you really want him to fucking win. It's good.
Middle name is Clarence, baby.
It's so. Oh yes, you get to see Sam Wilson. Watch it just for it to watch him roast fucking Captain Wakanda. It's worth it just for that.
All right.
I was looking at the list, and there's like 50 Cent as well. We forgot about 50, and Donald Glover too.
He's not a good. Donald Glover's okay. 50, I love 50, but he's not a good actor.
I'm pretty sure Donald Glover was an actor first and then a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
James Busher for £5 enjoyed Platoon and Co, exposing how badly the Duffers dropped the ball on Stranger Things on EFAP. Surely Paramount have some buyer's remorse now. Well, I mean, they absolutely did drop the ball, and there's more on that to come. But Paramount, because haven't the Duffers have they signed a deal with Paramount now? I can't remember how that works.
So similar to Dan and Dave, it's creepy how this whole thing is played out. It's the same thing. It's history repeating itself.
And everyone hates them, and it's really funny.
Exclusive multi-year deal with Paramount to develop film, TV show, and streaming projects through their production studio, Upside Down Pictures.
Gay.
I forgot Paramount. Does Paramount Pictures still even make movies? Like, the only thing they do is
much, yeah. Well, they also want to expand the Stranger Things brand, so they're going to do like prequels and spin-offs and animated series.
There's an animated spin-off coming out, and apparently there is a prequel in the works. I would be very interested. I mean, they probably will do at least one of these things, but I would be surprised if the live-action prequel happened, because I'm sure loads of people did watch season 5, but most of them hated it. So good luck getting them back.
Yeah, if The Walking Dead can do spin-offs, I think Stranger Things will. The fan base is like retarded. They'll stick with it.
But the problem is you moved streaming services, so you've got the 5 seasons of Stranger Things on Netflix, but then you have to get Paramount Plus for all this other stuff. It's not going to work. The audience isn't going to carry over.
And Paramount's hoping that it will. I'm slightly surprised to learn that Netflix doesn't own any rights to the franchise itself, and the Duffers have everything. That would be unusual. So maybe they'll still, I don't know, fuck it, I don't care. Stranger Things, I'm only doing multiple videos on it. I'm not talking about it more now. Imperial Fists down for $5. They did a good job that both main characters are likable. It is very easy to make kid characters super annoying, but I find Egg to be charming. Yeah, so far so good.
Perfect.
Yep.
He's like just perfect caster. It's like he can tell he's highborn and intelligent, but he still has that youthfulness to him, like him playing with the stick and him playing on the horse like he's a knight and whatnot. They fucking nailed him.
Well, they say he wants to be a knight, but he's too tiny, even compared to other kids his age.
Mm-hmm.
So he has these wants and dreams, but he suffers because he doesn't have the body for it.
Yeah, he's super interesting, man. I thought he was just gonna be like this. I don't know. I didn't know what I'd expected with him, but he's just super. I just want to know more. I want to know more about what got him to break away from his family, why he's bald. I can't wait for the whole reveal and how they handle it.
Why he's bald?
Why are you bald, you little bastard? It's just, but if you put it all together, it's going to make for an interesting story.
He's on chemo.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like it's obvious. It's got to be chemo. That's the only answer. It should be obvious if you're familiar with this story and you're familiar with these characters. Like, it's, but for the people who don't know his backstory or anything, I don't want to spoil it because it could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it's not chemo. That'd be pretty.
He's walking around with an IV drip all the time, just going, yeah. It's a Make-A-Wish story. It's the second wish. It's, sorry, we can't do that wish, not dying, but we'll do the other wish.
And as someone pointed it out, if you rewatch episode 1, he doesn't really answer any of Dunk's questions. He kind of spins everything, so he doesn't really reveal much about him. His dialogue is actually really interesting to look at. And the only time he's really explicit about anything is when he's expressing how he wants to be a knight, but he's just too puny even for compared to the kids his age. He's just a cool mix of honesty and deception. I like him a lot.
I'm still hung up on why is this nigga bald? That's a genuine plot point that bothers you.
It's legit. Yeah, I know, it's legit. It's an important factor. It's gotta be. Yes. But even Vex, I should have sent you the picture. Vex needs to see Sir Arlen's dong. She needs to know and compare it to the alpha dong.
It is sizable. So yes, finally, I believe on the super chat front from Bonesaw is ready for $10. How does Arlen not have an honorific with a sword like that? Arlen Half-Horse, Arlen Maidenbreaker, Arlen the Horror of Hymens, Arlen Penny Tree Trunk, etc. Yeah, true.
I actually like that. Arlen the Horror of Hymens. I like that. I'm writing that down, actually. Brilliant. Thank you.
The Horror of Hymens. It's fucking legit. And he should be, man. That's a whole story in itself, what he's done with that thing.
All right. Someone send me the picture then in Discord, please. Let me
it's like a tripod. He could balance himself on it.
Picture the alpha dong on a tiny old man. It just doesn't make sense.
Is it real or is it a prosthetic?
I don't know.
I hope it's a prosthetic.
That we're wondering if it's a prosthetic or not. Just that's all you need to know.
Okay. I mean, I'm a woman, so I'm sure I could tell if it were a fake one or not, right?
You know what? You figure it out for us, Vex. Get the answer for us.
Okay, send me the picture and I'll let you know.
I'm sending the picture.
Okay.
Send it. I was gonna send it, but I didn't want to. You know what? Maybe I should send a picture of an old man's dong with no context.
It's near his knee.
Oh, that's a prosthetic. That is a prosthetic. Yeah.
It's about the size of his entire thigh. So
it's too heavy, man. It's too heavy.
And this man left no true-born children. No, he left no children at all. So, evidently, big as it is, it didn't function very well, which is tragic.
You can tell it's a. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, so every woman he fucked died from internal bleeding.
Well, just the way his balls are set back, they're a little bit too far back for it to be a real dong, if that makes sense.
We're on fucking ball analysis now to see.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
At this point, yeah.
Why would you make a prosthetic for that? I'm sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Because it's impressive. And he's an impressive man. And we're not going to see much of him.
What if he just has a legendary dog and he's not actually a prosthetic?
I'm trying to figure out, are we
it's fucking Willem Dafoe, this giant ass dick walking around.
When Hodor showed up on screen, nobody questioned his dog if whether or not it was prosthetic. Everyone bought that shit, but this old man is just getting shit on apparently.
Well, it's just is this the era of prosthetics in Hollywood that we're in, that everyone's just trying to make really impressive dongs for film?
Look at this one. Look at the second picture. It pees with it. Just think how much work had to go into that. You have to put a fake dick on him and then work a pipe into it with fake piss just so we could do so much work for such a
and hope
weird
it doesn't get hard in the middle of it and screw up all the fucking shit. Like it's we basically comes out after fucking a whore and we get to see him take a piss. That's like how the episode begins, and we're all just like traumatized by it, pretty much.
That doesn't even look like piss that's coming out. That looks like just fucking whore AIDS or something is coming out of him. Like
the piss is probably hot as fuck. It's burning. It's burning.
Please tell me this isn't the last subject. We're not ending this on fucking like Arlen's piss.
We are indeed. It is the final subject. No more of the talk will be happening. We are finishing with the old man's giant penis and all of the work that went into making this dream a reality. So all that's left to do is to go around. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. What is everybody working on? Vex, you first.
Thank you for having me and for discussing penises this week. I've got nothing coming up. Actually, I'll have something coming up in a couple weeks, but I got stuff to finish first. So it might be a video that the furries will really like. Who knows?
Ew.
Yeah.
Speaking of uninspired, what's coming up for you?
I still got the Ang Lee Hulk video coming out. Normally, it was supposed to be out this weekend, but there's just a lot more editing to do. So first week of February normally is my goal. Possibly the 5th or 6th normally. So that's going to be really, really cool. And of course, once again, thank you guys for having me on. Always a pleasure.
Always fun to have you. Reaper, you've released a video. Is this strange thing going to continue?
Yeah, I've voiced number 3. That's done. Number 4 is mostly voiced. I'm releasing. I'm a YouTuber. Isn't this weird? So 3 and 4 will be out probably by the 3 will probably. I'm just shutting down now. I can't speak English. I don't know what's wrong with me this episode.
Is there a dong in your mouth, perhaps?
You've done work this week. You're tired. It's understandable.
My brain only has so many like megabytes to use.
But we can expect more fallout from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good-o. Only a few episodes left to go, and then you've got the entire season done. Jedi Brooks, what have you got coming up?
I'm struggling to get through Starfleet. This show is so fucking terrible. So if I can actually get through this 3rd episode and maybe put something together, then I might be working on a video on that, because I like, this is one of those rare situations where I'm not even a big Trek guy. I don't know much about it, but I respect it, grew up around it. And the fact that this is what it's devolved into is just fucking disturbing. It's such a terrible show on every possible level. Yeah, so that might be the next one. I did a whole bunch of notes for Interstellar, but I'm not sure exactly what format I want to do for that video. But I need to talk about that movie in some way. It's so fucking overrated. It drives me nuts. But yeah, those will be the 2.
Good stuff. Cynic, what can we expect from you?
I am releasing a video about celebrities who self-destruct that focuses on Bill Burr and Andrew Tate. Yeah.
Ooh, Mr. Tate. Mr. Tate, please include the fight and all his cope afterwards.
Oh, I am.
Joined the I know who killed Charlie Kirk bandwagon. That's the last thing I saw of him. Is that he's like, evidently he needs more money, and so this is where he goes for it. It's just like, oh yeah, Candace is right. He's just yeah, there's plenty of material to be covering with him.
Like, even though Candace Owens is obviously insane, she gets so many views. Like, so many wine mums just love it.
Yeah.
Insanity. So we could expect that from you. Is that soon? Is that an imminent video?
Yeah, it should be by the end of the week, I think.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
That just leaves me. Yeah, hopefully, realistically, not a video tomorrow. So a video Wednesday, and then a video on Friday, which is, I think, whenever the last day of the month is. Fuck me. I've got to get 2. Oh God.
Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Saturday. Oh, that's great, because it's not any better because I'm not here on Friday, so I can't work then anyway. But in theory, I've got to do the Stranger Things thing. It got very, very long, so I figured I'm doing. There's going to be 3 for season 5, 1 per volume, and then there will be the 4th big, huge one, which encompasses all of everything before Stranger Things, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then season 5, all in one massive, big old like old man sized penis package. So that's going to be coming.
You had to, didn't you?
Yeah, and
One more
hopefully
early.
the first of these will be out on Wednesday. So yes, back into video production for the first time in over a month. That is the end of this show. Thank you again to the panel. Thank you again to chat. We presumably will be back this time next week, and we will see you then. Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye bye.